What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Tim back with another live stream. We are here. We are live. Let's go. I'm just checking on my phone to make sure everything's good in the stream. Make sure everything's good. Giving people a chance to find the stream come through. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everyone is having a great Friday night. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. Good. We're okay. We're live. Now. Oh, hold on. It always gets weird when I'm checking on my phone. Okay, we're here. How's everybody doing? What's good? You may notice today the door is open. Usually the door is not open. Today the door is open. We got AC in the house. Shout out to my roommate. So it's been pretty hot lately, but we got some AC, got a unit in the house. So I got the door open to keep that circulating. Let's go. We are going to be talking about sobriety. A lot of people already in the chat. So, at the moment, not going to go through and say what's up to everybody, but I see y'all. Somebody asked me, was I lurking? Yes, I was lurking. I was reading all the comments right up until 5:00. So I was thoroughly on the lurk squad. And I appreciate the likes. We currently have more likes than people in the stream. So that's awesome. That is awesome. So hello to everyone. When we get down to the, kind of the Q&A, the back and forth, I definitely want to, show love, say what's up to everybody. You'll also notice too, the Swiffer's gone too. Made some changes. Anyway, folks, let's get right to it. The reason we're all here, and I picked Friday night strategically for this stream. I wanted to do a sobriety stream either on a Friday night or Saturday night, because those I think are the biggest nights that people struggle with sobriety. The weekends are always big. Friday night's a big party night. Saturday night's a big party night. I think people struggle mainly on those nights. It's a struggle every night, but I think those are some big nights. So I was like, hey, if we can all come together, we can all talk. Maybe some people who normally would go out can stay home, watch the stream, talk sobriety, not drink another day, get another win. Or if you're like me, someone who sat at home a lot and drank, you can watch the stream, tap into the community of good people we got going here, and maybe it will keep you from popping the can, opening the bottle, taking a drink, because I know it is hard, which is what the stream is about today. And it's just like, why is it so hard to stay sober? We think, it seems like it should be very easy. If you eat grapefruit and it makes you sick, you just don't eat grapefruit no more. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like once you identify that something is harming you, that you should just be able to stop doing it, right? That's what we've done pretty much with everything else in our lives. To some extent. Some stuff's a little harder, but pretty much everything else in our life, once we identified that there was something wrong, that it was doing us more harm than good, we just stopped doing it. Just stop doing it. Probably the only thing comparable that maybe we struggle with as much as sobriety would be like a relationship, but all of us have been in and out of relationships and, been dumped or had to let people go. We got over it. We dealt with it. But a lot of us have been dealing with this whole trying to get sober drinking issue through all these relationships. Didn't want to have to break up with so-and-so, but broke up with them. Over it now. It's been 2 years, but I was drinking the whole time. Why is it so hard to get sober? Why? It sucks. You just want to live life without the monkey on your back. You just wish you could flip a switch and you wouldn't want to drink no more. Why is it so hard? Why do you have to deal with it day in and day out? Some days are easier than others. Other days are harder. Why the triggers? And I'm harping on this and not getting to like the answer, if you will, because I really want to like let people know like, A, I understand, and like B, we're all going through it. You know what I mean? That is one of the things I find with sobriety is that in the early stages when it's really still really, really hard, it seems very like, very solo mission. Seems like they didn't cinch in enemy territory alone. Seems like nobody really understands. And I think this is why a lot of people like go to meetings. Okay. Some of us don't do the meetings. Some of us do. But I think the reason why a lot of people go to meetings, I totally get it, totally understand it, makes sense, is so that you can be around some people who get it. Because unless you've struggled with addiction of some sort and tried to stop, you're not going to understand why sobriety, what it's like, how you're not going to understand how bad sobriety sucks. And I purposely said struggle with addiction and try to stop, because there's a lot of people who struggle with addiction who don't try to stop. So they don't get it either. They might get like, the bad stuff that comes with addiction, but they don't get the struggle of what it's like to stop because they've never tried to stop. But if you consistently been putting in work trying to stop drinking, it's hard. Very hard. I remember, like, you know what I mean? I bring this up a lot, but I remember just sitting staring at my fridge in my RV one time, and I just was like, bro, I just want this to be over. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sick of the drinking. I just want it to be over. But I have to go through this like process. You know what I mean? Like that's what got me, is like, why can't I just, like everything else in life, just be like, I'm done with it and it just be over? Like, why do I have to go through this daily process of like, I want to drink, but I don't want to drink. I want to drink, but I don't. I'm good all day. As soon as I get off work, I got to fight this fight. Like, I was like, I'm tired. You know what I mean? And it's like day 7. And I'm tired. Hey, real quick, since he super chatted, I got to shout him out. Shout out to Dustin, says Sober Gang. It's all about finding that trigger and why. It could take forever. When you find this, like a magic key, whatever it takes, keep at it. Sobriety works when you work at it. Exactly. I'm getting so hyped, my throat and got dry. Exactly, Dustin. And we're gonna circle back to that. Whatever it takes, keep at it. That's what I took from that. No matter how long it takes, make it go that long. You know what I mean? Whatever it takes. Yes. Thank you so much, Super Chat Squad. Thank you. Super Chat Squad already. Yeah, it was Dustin. Okay, cool. Now, yeah, I just remember just wanting it done. But when you break it down and think about it, and I this helped me. So that's why I like to talk about it. Because I think a lot of times in life we don't break stuff down and we just go off pure just like emotion. It's like sometimes when you break things down and you understand it, you get it. I mean, like, addiction isn't just this. Let me preface this by saying a lot of people think, drinking addiction might be a disease, some other things, whatever. Not trying to diss anybody's beliefs. But addiction comes from us doing certain behaviors over and over and over again till our mind and our body thinks that that's what we're supposed to be doing, or that's what we should be doing. At least that's what our mind thinks. Our body just starts to crave it. You give your body something long enough, is going to expect to keep having that. And certain substances are worse than others when you take it away. Alcohol is a really bad one. Alcohol is a really bad one. You give your body alcohol on a regular basis long enough, and then you take it away, it goes crazy. It's like a baby with a toy. A baby with like his favorite toy. You just yank it away, all of a sudden, baby goes crazy. Baby goes spastic. That's what our body's doing. So it is kind of on us. Okay? We've given our body alcohol long period of time. It's gotten used to it. Then we just take it away. Of course, it's going to like want it back. And the same with the mind. Where it gets really like even worse with the mind is that the mind's job is to like prompt you to do things in certain situations when it has learned that like, oh, that's what you want me to tell you to do. Okay. Like the brain's job is to help you out with things like things you do in life pretty regularly. It gets to a point where the brain's like, you know what? I'm going to save them having to think about this. I'm just going to like take this over. It's almost like breathing, right? You don't have to tell yourself to breathe. Your brain just took that over. Okay, they're going to be breathing pretty much their whole life. I'll just take that function over. Heartbeat, I got that. Heartbeats every whatever seconds? I don't know. How often does a heartbeat? Who knows? I didn't go to college. Their mind takes that over. Same true with other behaviors that we do on a consistent basis. The brain's like, we do this consistently enough that I'm pretty sure we're going to keep doing this in these certain situations or at these certain times. I'm just going to take that over. And that's really what your triggers are when it comes to like quitting drinking. Your brain has been like, oh, every Friday we go out with Bob and them and we drink. So when Friday rolls around, even if you've said consciously, I'm not going to go out with Bob and them and drink because I'm trying to get sober, your brain is going to keep telling you to go out and drink with Bob and them because you've done it every Friday for 6 years. That's why, like, when it comes to like the mental, a lot of people get, the physical withdrawals suck. A lot of people go through them. I personally didn't go through them like that. So I can't really speak on those, but I know the physical withdrawals are horrible. They suck. But like the mental ones are even worse because it's like you telling you. It's like me telling me. It's like you're fighting against yourself. This side of your brain, we'll just break it down to sides of brains. I know it's deeper than that. But this side of your brain is like, don't drink. And this side of your brain, which has a lot more power behind it, your subconscious says, oh, no, we're going to drink because that's what we always do. That's why, like one of the reasons sobriety is so hard, because it's you fighting you. If we consciously had total control over our bodies and our minds, we could quit drinking tomorrow. We could quit drinking 2 seconds from now. You'd just be like, hey, whole body, whole mind, we're not going to drink. And we'd be done. There would be no withdrawals. There would be no triggers. It would just be done. But our bodies aren't set up that way. So that's why even when you really, really, really just don't want to do something, another part of you tells you that you really, really want to. You know what I mean? So it's this back and forth. I'm not going to drink today. I'm not going to drink. Then you're kind of like, oh man, just one drink. I've been doing so good. But it's it's you trying to get you to drink. It's crazy. It's crazy. Real quick, I'm shouting them out. Hooper's Hoop. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love. Super Chat Squad coming through with, is that euros? Coming through. Thank you. Says, I feel down because my relationship is probably going to end ASAP. And it's so hard for me to build, except because it's so rare for me. Hooper's Hoop. Sorry to hear that. Relationships ending is kind of like I touched on earlier, one of the hardest things you can go through in life as well. It sucks too. Relationship sucks too. Especially if it was one that was hard to build. I get it. I'm rarely in relationships. Very hard for me when they go bad. It's a big deal to me. Lots of laying in bed under the covers, not talking to anybody for weeks. I'm already like super skinny, and trust me, I'll lose a little weight after I get out of a relationship. So I get it. Hang in there, the Hooper's Hoop. Hang in there. Hopefully the relationship doesn't end. Hopefully, maybe, something can change and you stay together. But if not, there are 8 billion people on the planet. It can't happen again. 8 billion people on the planet. It can't happen again. Let's not focus on it. If that relationship comes to the past, it's going to suck and hurt for a while. But if you can move on after that, might be better things in store, better relationship. But hopefully, that one works out for you. Jim West, hey, I appreciate that. Coming through with the pound. Super Chat Squad, International Super Chat Squad, back to back. So it's getting a lot of inspiration for your videos. Hey, Jim, I appreciate you saying that. And I'm so happy and blessed you're getting inspiration from the videos. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And thank you. Thank you as well as Hoopers for the support. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Got a lot of people in the comments saying what's up. Give me a little time. I'm going to talk here for a little bit, then we'll definitely get to the Q&A and shouting everybody out and saying what's up. But, it's just, rarely in life, I feel like, will we ever come across a situation where we have to fight against ourselves as hard. Relationship, kind of like 1-2, it ends. You say, I don't need to go see him. I don't need to go see her, but you really want to see that person. But even that, you'll notice, like most people, in a situation where, say, you found out someone was toxic for you and you had to let them go, there might be like a 2-3 month period where you might creep over there every now and then on a random Wednesday, Thursday, spend the night. But even that, usually you're able to just be like, you know what, it gets less and less over time. Usually doesn't take that long. Get to a point you don't even think about that person anymore. This drinking thing though, it can be back and forth, long time. However, the good news is, and we all know this, and we all, I believe, have the potential to see this for ourselves. I really do honestly believe, going back to Dustin's comment, that like, if we all hang in there and we just take however much time it takes, we all can get sober. We all can experience that over time, the triggers and the cravings dissipate. And the reason for this is we programmed our brain to tell us that we drink in certain occasions or certain times. We can deprogram it from that. After a while, your brain starts saying, wait a second, we're not drinking as much as we used to. Okay, we used to drink every single night after work. Some people every single day and every single night at work, off work, but whenever you used to drink, your brain used to that, prompting you to do that. But after a while, like when you don't drink, you're feeding it new sets of data. It's like a computer. The data before was all drink. That was the only data you were feeding it, was drink every day, drink. Okay. So now a few days come along and not drink. You feed it not drink. It's like, wait a second. At first it thinks it's like just a glitch, operator error. Okay. A couple days here and there, we didn't drink, whatever. But even if it's like you're sober a week, then you drink again, and then you're sober for a week and you drink again, you're feeding a lot of not drinks into your brain. And eventually it's going to be like, wait a second. So maybe we don't drink every day? That's why I say every single day is a win. Every single day is a bit of deprogramming. And that's how, like, a lot of times the triggers aren't as bad, or the cravings aren't as bad, because over time your brain starts prompting you less because it's getting new data. Like you can't just sit there and be like, oh, I don't want to drink. Like you can't will your brain to like change its prompts and its programming. Just like you can't do that with a computer. You can't sit at a computer and be like, booga, 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 bring up Google Chrome. You know what I mean? The days are coming. We got voice activation, but you know what I'm saying? You can't just will. You got to do something. There got to be some action. There has to be action that takes place to reprogram your brain. That's why I'm all about working the process. Bruno, thank you. Bruno, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's love. Bruno, Super Chat Squad. That's love. Thank you so much, Bruno. Appreciate that. That's why I'm big on like not like making a huge deal about relapses. Not big on making a huge deal about it. Because like if before somebody was drinking every day for a year, and then this month they went 4 days without drinking, that's 4 more wins than last month. That's 4 more don't drink prompts in the brain. It's part of the process. Next time you might go another 4 days. Next time you might go 2 days. Next time you might go, 20 days. It all goes towards the end goal. And I think a lot of times we don't see that. A lot of times we just think, oh, I got to stop, never drink again. And that would be awesome. And that will happen one day. But until then, and I know like, I wish I had realized this when I was quitting, because I was very hard on myself. I think part of the reason I'm also like, dude, do not be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's because I was very hard on myself. I always am. I don't know why. I always try to hold myself to these standards that I don't even know why I do that. I'm like, Tim, you're not perfect. Stop. You're not even close. Yeah, just like don't be so hard on yourself, because like every day is your every day you don't drink is energy and action put towards your purpose. It's a win. It's a win. And when enough wins add up, it starts getting easier to get those wins. You get enough wins, it gets easier to get more wins. Hey, hold on. Ooh, the super chat's going by quick. Jackie W. Thank you. Says for the newly retired. Yes. Doing gigs, shipped, Instacart, and charging my day, figuring out love and life. Thank you for all you do. Hey, Jackie, that is awesome. That's the move. Quit the job if you don't like it. Start doing some gigs, shipped, Instacart, and I love it. Said figuring it out. That's the beautiful part. Figuring it out. You don't have to know always at the beginning how you're going to do it, but we're all smart enough to figure it out. figure it out. And the fun part is you're in charge of your day, like you said, as you're figuring it out. So that's awesome. Thank you, Jackie. Hooper's coming through again. Thank you. I appreciate that. Says, I wish I would live your mindset. Hey, Hoopers, the cool thing about mindset is we all can like pretty much get ourselves into a certain mindset. Like most of us don't start off with like certain mindsets. Like society gives us all kinds of crazy mindsets. But the beautiful thing is like we can go in and like change our mindset. I think the first step is to go like, you know what? I like that. You see somebody with a different mindset, you're like, I like that mindset. I want that. And then it's just a matter of like every time you feel your mindset being over here, you can bring it back over here. Nope. I'm adopting that new mindset. Example real quick is like I try to have a very positive mindset. Very positive mindset. Still, sometimes I'll feel myself being negative, and I'm just like, nope, we're keeping a positive mindset. So I've been doing that so long that overall I have a positive mindset, but it still slips back. But there was a time I had a very negative mindset. My own mom would call me a negatron, lovingly call me a negatron. She said always negative. Everything was negative. Over time, I just started, and I really would. I don't realize when it started to change. But I wish I could remember what the catalyst was. But over time, I had to tell myself, hey, stop being negative. Let's be more positive. Hey, stop being negative. Let's be more positive. It got a little exhausting sometimes, all day long, having to tell yourself, shut up, be positive. But it works. So like any of us can change our mindset, like even when it comes to drinking. Even when it comes to drinking, it is hard, I know, to have I'm going to quit mindset when you just relapsed. You went 2 weeks and you thought this was the one. Okay. Trust it. I know you went 2 weeks, thought this was the one, super hype. This is it. We've done this. I figured it out. And then you relapse. You have a drink for whatever reason. And usually it's the next day you're like, that was the dumbest reason to have another drink. I feel like there was only a couple times when I was getting sober that I was like, oh, that was a good reason. You know, there was a couple times I was like, yeah, she was pretty hot. We'll take a dub. We'll take an L. We'll get drunk and hang out with her and take an L tonight. But most of the other times, next morning, I'm like, why did I drink? It's hard in that moment when you're laying in bed, in my case, typically hungover, probably blacked out from the night before, to keep a positive, I'm going to get sober one day mindset. It's like, Tim, you just had, 14 days in and you gave it up for nothing. To sit at home and watch Ace Ventura, 2 drunk. Why? It's hard in that moment to have that mindset, but like it's what it takes. Okay? Like we mentioned earlier, for 99.9% of us, we put ourselves in this predicament. So the price we have to pay to get out of it is rough. It sucks. But it can be done. And I mean, if you think about it, there's a quote I heard the other day that says something along the lines of, it takes almost as long to get out of something as it took you to get into it. I don't think this is 100% true of sobriety, but if you look at it that way, I think it kind of helps to understand why, like, you can't stop on a dime. If you've been drinking 10 years, on paper, it should take you 10 years to get sober. If you got 10 years of a certain behavior, on paper, it should take you about 10 years to change it. So if it takes you 3, you're 7 years ahead of the game. Now, we all wish it could take us, 7 days and we're done. But and you got to look at it that way. If you've been drinking for 15 years, you're not going to be able to stop and change that in 5 days or 5 months, maybe. Some people might. But the majority of us aren't going to be able to do that because we just got so much baggage behind us, so many years into it. It might take us 2 years, though, which is not bad. It'll be a 2 years of up and down and struggle and work in the process, and there'll be a lot of, painful moments in that 2 years. But when you look back, it's not that bad when you think about it. If it takes you 2 years to get sober, you've been drinking 20 years. It's pretty cool, actually. So a lot of it, I think, and part of the reason I try to just like do sobriety motivation and be so optimistic about it is because I think there's a lot of negativity in the sobriety space that I think it might come from a good place. I think I think pretty much, except for the people who just want to like sell you a course or some type of, nonsense about sobriety to make quick money. I think most people in the sobriety space mean well, but I think there is just like a lot of negativity in that space that makes people, instead of making us be like, yes, I can get sober, it's like, I got to deal with what? How long? So that's why I'm always just like super optimistic. I truly believe everyone can get sober because I think that helps when you're down. When you just drank the night before, to be like, you know what? I can't get sober. This is just part of it. Let me get back up. Even if I drink like 3 more days, by the next week, I'll be back on the wagon. You know what I mean? Let me just work through this little whatever. Then we're going to work the process. I'm just going to keep working the process because there's honestly nothing else to do. There's only 2 options. Real quick, Skinny Rambo. Thank you. Glad you caught it live again. I'm doing well. Blessed. Actually, had a really good day today. Hope you're doing well as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's love. Super Chat Squad. When you think about it, there's really only 2 options. You keep working the process, or you just give in and go back to drinking willy-nilly. What is that? Where did I eat? Like some sayings, like, where do those come from? Willy-nilly. Anyway, you either keep working the process, or you just go back drinking whenever. There's only 2 options. And when we're trying to get sober, that means we've identified the latter option isn't one we want. You've already decided, I don't want to drink like this. So the only real option is to keep working the process, even if it means a lot of ups and downs. It sucks. It's not fun. You feel alone. The easier option is to go back, and just start drinking again. The easier option. And trust me, I took that option many times. Quit for a couple weeks. I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. Like every single night having to deal with this. That's what used to get me. Every single night having to deal with this. I just want it to be over. But like in life, especially a situation I got myself into, you got to put your big boy pants on and dig yourself out. You dig the hole, you got to climb out. You can't dig the hole, fall in it, and then be like, man, I just want to be back up top. No, you got to climb up out of it. I dug the hole, I got to climb out of it. And you do a little climb and you fall down. You do a little climb, you fall, eventually you climb out. And then the benefits are just like so worth it. And that's another thing. And sobriety is one of those things that like people can tell you about the benefits, but until you experience them for yourself, it's not going to mean as much. You can be like, yeah, I want to get sober because that sounds good. But the longer you have in sobriety and the more you start to reap the benefits. I know for me, one of them was just the clear-headedness I would get. That was so beautiful to me. Like I thought I was clear-headed when I wasn't hungover or blacked. You know what I mean? Like in normal life, when I wasn't drinking, I mean, like I was still drinking, but like say a day I didn't drink that bad. I woke up, pretty good. Wasn't hungover. I thought I was clear-headed. I was like, yeah, when I drink or I'm hungover, I'm muddle-headed. But after months of sobriety, I got so much clearer-headed. Is that a word? Clearer-headed? You know what I mean? And just my thought processes were so much quicker and crisper. I was like, wow. But like, I would have never known that. And even if someone telling you that, it sounds good, but you won't really understand how good it is until you experience it. It's like, wow, this is, and that's the thing too. A lot of times the benefits make the struggle worth it. But you can't know that until you go through the struggle. And that's why, people who got some time in with sobriety are always trying to tell you to get there. Because they know, like, dude, once you get here, it'll be worth it. It's totally worth it. It's like somebody, move somewhere. It's like my buddy Mike. I don't know if y'all watched the video me and my buddy Mike did. If you haven't, check it out. Great video. Mike talks about how he got off heroin and pills and all kind of other stuff. Drinking as well, And part of that, he said, was he changed environment. A buddy of his, Brad, who's I know as well, friend of mine as well, moved up here to Montana, and he kept trying to get Mike to come here. And Mike wasn't having it because, like, it's one of those things. Now that Mike's here, he's been here like 7 years or something, 5, 6, 7 years. Now that he's here, and once he got here, he got it. He understood, change of environment, and one of the things Mike always says is like, he didn't know there was people like he meets up here. where he's from, everybody acts a certain way for the most part. And he just thought that's how people were. So even though Brad used to tell him, hey, come up here, people are a little different, it does, like, you don't even know what that means until you go up there and you meet the different people, you know? Kind of the same with like sobriety and giving up addiction. A lot of times you can be like, yeah, I know this won't be, like, I can understand, oh, if I don't drink no more, there's no hangovers. I can understand the taking away of the negative, but like some of the added positives, someone mentioned like being more productive, some of the added positives you can't really understand or appreciate until you get to the point where they kick in. But definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth. I've never looked back and be like, man, this sobriety wasn't worth the struggle. You know what I mean? I don't know anybody. I know people who's relapsed even after long periods of time. I relapsed after a year and a half. But I don't know anybody who's been like, nah, it's not worth it. I'm gonna go back and drink. Something might happen, you get triggered, you slip up, or you're stubborn like me, and just like, I'm gonna have a drink. But I don't know anybody who's like, nah, it wasn't worth it. Life was better drinking. Like, I don't know anybody who said that. So yeah, the sobriety sucks. It's us fighting against us. It's you fighting against you. It's one part of your brain fighting against the other part of your brain, and that part of your brain also has your body on its side. It's just like, oh, I can shut this part of my brain off and calm my body down if I just have a drink. Of course, sometimes you're gonna give in and have a drink. The beautiful thing is, though, every time you don't give in and have a drink, you're moving closer to that time when your body's not fighting against you, and the other part of your mind isn't fighting against you, and you can get to a point, and I know this for fact, you can get to a point where there's no noise. 5 o'clock rolls around, nothing. In fact, you get to a point where 5 o'clock rolls around, or whenever you used to drink, or when a typical trigger would pop up, and you're thinking about something else. I know for me, I used to drink in the evenings. Got to a point, evenings roll around, I'd be like, do I want Chinese food? Or do I want to go down to like, Taco Bell? Wasn't even there. Wasn't even there. The noise to drink and that urge to drink wasn't even there anymore. Was not even there. It was just, the brain was like, oh, we don't drink. I'm not even going to prompt them. Doesn't drink. Guess we're not drinking. Like, 'cause here's the thing. Your mind doesn't care. It just wants to do its job, and like it thinks it's helping you out, prompting you to do things. Once it gets a new message, once it gets new programming, that's what it runs with. So once you get your brain reprogrammed to not drink, it's not going to prompt you like that. And now I do want to say the level of prompting is different. Some people say it never totally goes away. There's still some situations they might go through where it's just like, but they're strong enough that they're just like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Nah, I'm not doing it. For me, it doesn't even hit me like that at all. Like I said, in 2020, one of the craziest years on record, there might have been 2 or 3 times that I was like, man, the old Tim would have loved to drink right now. And I was just like, nah, like it don't even. I mean, I used to couldn't walk down the beer aisle. You know what I mean? Without losing it. Now I do it routinely for Instacart. I don't do the beer stuff on Instacart, but sometimes you got to go down that aisle to get something else. Do it routinely, doesn't even. And I always kind of laugh now that I think about it. Because it doesn't even, like, I'm like, there used to be a time I couldn't even walk down this aisle without drinking, without grabbing something to drink. It just seems crazy now. And the point is that you can get to that point. I think we all can get to that point. But it just takes the time. You got to work the process. It's going to suck. It's not going to be fun. There's going to be ups and downs. It's the process. But that's the price we pay for putting ourselves in that hole. And I think that's a good way to look at it too. A lot of times it's like, woe is me. Why is this happening to me? Blah, 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 blah. I think if you look at it like, hey, I put myself in the situation. Don't blame your friends that got you drinking in the beginning or whatever, mom or dad, because they were always drinking. You know what I mean? If we can get to a point where we're just like, hey, I put myself in the situation. I know what I got to do to get myself out that situation. I know there's going to be ups and downs. I know it's going to suck. But like, that's the game. you're never going to beat the game yelling at the ref because you don't like the rules. You know what I mean? Like no champion ever got anywhere, yelling at the refs every game because they don't like the rules. 3-pointers should be 4-pointers. Like you just got, this is the game. It sucks, but like it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Okay, cool. That's my rant. That's my spiel. I want to try to get to some of these comments. See a lot of the usual suspects. A lot of my, friends, my YouTube fam checking in. Getting here and see what's going on. I'm not going to go all the way back up to the top because that was a lot of. I love it. I love it when the comments, is going. Love it when the comments going. I see Marquis, my boy Marquis. Another one. Been sober quite a while. Bruno checking in from Germany. How's it going? A lot of people ask about weed. Here's my thing. Walking the line. How's it going? I personally, a lot of people ask me. I personally didn't use weed to quit drinking. Excuse me. I say use every option. That's my thing. Use every legal option. If weed's legal where you're at, and let's just be adults, it's not, whatever. If you don't think weed is going to be a worse addiction, if you think drinking is here and weed's down here, and you think weed will help you, use every option. A lot of people ask about psychedelics. Once again, my thing is like, if you don't think this whatever this is going to be as worse as drinking, and you don't think you'll become addicted to this, or you'll be able to kick it quicker, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. I think in a perfect world, we all can just be like, I'm not going to drink anymore, work the process without nothing else. But if you need something else, and that doesn't just have to be another substance, it can be counseling, it can be meetings, it can be a sobriety coach, whatever, a sponsor, whatever it takes. Moving to a different city so you won't be around your friends who drink, whatever it takes. Some people go to jail. I've seen. I don't know anybody who went to jail to get sober, but I know some people who, been in jail and got sober, and it was like the best thing that happened. But whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Exercise, another good one. Light free, wasted a lot of money on alcohol. Hey, it happens. That's another good reason to quit. You have more money than you know what to do with sometimes than you're used to knowing what to do with. Here was, I say, Hear Me On Inc. 300 days tomorrow. That's awesome. Congratulations. What's going on, Jake? Hooper's Hoop. Oh, come back with it. Another super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. Says, hey to the legend. I don't struggle during the weekend, but every time I have time off. Do you have one more hint? Can't stop. Here's the thing, Hoopers. And that's good that you identified when your triggers kick in. I think that's a big step. Is like, okay, I know when this happens, this is when I really want to drink. Something like when you have time off. Is there somewhere you can go during that time off, or someone you can be around during that time off that will keep you from drinking? Like, can you go to aunt's house who's just like anti-drink? You go to grandma's house, she don't drink. Like, is there some place you can put yourself when you have time off, or something you can be doing? Is there an activity you can engage in where you can't drink? Is there somewhere you can put yourself, insert yourself, or something you can do where it would be next to impossible for you to drink? And the thing is, you may not have to do this activity or go to that place forever, but if you can have time off for a while, go somewhere, do something where you can't drink, after maybe a month of that or something, maybe you can try, all right, I'm gonna just have the time off, see what happens. Maybe you might have built up enough don't drinks in that situation that it might not be as big a trigger. But that is one of the situations where I'm like, sometimes you have to do, this is one of the biggest things I feel like for a lot of people. Okay, think of all the biggest moments in our lives, right? Marriage, maybe kids, maybe a new job, whatever, all the big moments. And think about how many of those big moment things have been screwed up by drinking or any other addiction. Marriage is lost, jobs lost, houses lost, kids taken away, So like an alcohol addiction can trump everything. You know what I mean? Anything you acquire in this life, alcohol can take it away. Trust me. Cars, home, anything, freedom, anything. So my point, the reason for saying that is to say, like, there should be nothing legal that we don't try to get sober. You know what I mean? There should be nothing that we don't try, because there's nothing that alcohol won't ruin. So we should be willing to try anything. If we have the money, if it's not breaking no laws, it's not hurting nobody. So yeah, if you have to go over grandma's house every day off for 3 months, you know what I mean? Like, it's worth it. It's worth it. Because anything else you're doing isn't as important as getting sober. It's not as important. Hey, Dustin, come through. Appreciate that. Thank you. Super Chat Squad said, I found Tim's lives when I was 3 months sober. I'm 628 days sober and speaking at a rehab center for from time to time. Sobriety mindsets are a blessing. Hey, Dustin, that's awesome. And I'm gonna say I played a huge part in that 628 days. I'm joking. I'm just messing with you. Hey, that's a great testimonial. 628 days. How long? Carried 3. Okay, yeah. Super Chat Squad, thank you. And that's awesome. You're paying it forward, speaking at a rehab center. Sobriety mindset. I tell you, life is all about mindset. It's all about mindset. Like, once you realize life is all about mindset, life gets a lot easier. From what I've seen. Mark, that's a good point. Yeah, alcohol is like your closest friend, because like it's always there for you when you're going through something, but it's actually your worst enemy, because it's part of the reason you keep going through stuff. Like, alcohol is a smart friend. It's like a toxic partner in a relationship. Keeps putting you through stuff that keeps you down and keeps you at the house with them. You know what I mean? Like a toxic partner, or get you to the point where you feel like nobody wants you, so you stay with them. That's a better analogy. A toxic partner will do things to make you and ruin your self-esteem, to make you feel like nobody else will want you, just so you'll stay with them. And it's the staying with them that is keeping you from going out and like realizing how awesome you really are. Same with alcohol. It's like, man, I need it to get through all these problems, but it's the thing causing a lot of the problems. Craziness. Bison said, I recommend CBD. Okay, that's another good one. Yeah. Yeah, Nick, if alcohol was discovered today, what would the FDA do? Oh, yeah, they totally probably ban it. Yeah, totally. Mark Simpson said, I was addicted to buying MLB hats. Hey, Mark, I'm glad you're in the chat. I was hoping you came through. I knew you would. I'm going to buy, you always ask me to have any MLB hats. I want a California Angels hat. I just discovered Ohtani. Showtime. I just discovered him. That's my new man crush. I think everyone's allowed to have that's not anything sexual or lusty, baseball's back. So I'm getting me a California Angels hat. So yeah, I thought you'd like to know that. Baseball's back. I might actually even watch some games now. Oh, Hoopers, you can't because of Rona. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you can't. But I don't know. If there's activities, yeah, that's a hard one too. I think Rona kept a lot of people in the house, and I think the drinking numbers went up too. Yeah, that is hard in that situation. Jesse says routine change helps huge. Yeah. I think everybody drinks to a routine. Switching that routine up breaks that cycle. And once again, your brain's like, wait a second, what? We come home every day, we turn on we get on the Xbox, we go have a 6-pack, and then one day you don't do it. It's like, So I think that helps to break up the promptings as well. Got Canadians in the house. Jose, how's it going? Checking in from Canton. Nice. Freedom Miller. Yeah. Dude, I was that drunk messaging. Bad about it. Like, and before Facebook and MySpace, you only had the people who you had in your phone, and even that was bad. But like once because you have a lot of people in your life, you don't really have their number. A lot of people from work, other places. This for the older people who weren't raised up with Facebook. There was a time when like you some people might have had everybody's number. There was always that guy or that girl. Let me get your number. Never call it, but like most people, you just knew them from somewhere. You knew you'd see them, unless you like were going to hang out with them or needed their number for something. You had a ton of people in your life you didn't know their number. When social media came along, now you had access to pretty much everybody because before, if you didn't have somebody's number, before you like drunk called the same 3 people, ex-girlfriends that weren't girl at your job, somehow you got her number that you really liked, whatever, But once social media came along, now everybody's friending everybody. You had access to like drunk text or drunk message everybody that's friends of friends of friends. That's friends exes. Like it create like telling you that shift. Like you don't know how blown our minds were when MySpace came along, and like because the thing too was it was so easy to friend people and them to accept. Back in the day, you had to ask for somebody's number. Like there was a big fear of rejection. You could if you just walked up to a random person and was like, "Hey, let me get your number," they were like, "What do you want?" Like nah, but you could send them a friend request on MySpace. They're like, "Sure, yeah." So that blew our minds. Like, man. So, but for those of us who were drunks, now we had access to like so many people to drunk message. It was bad. It was bad. A lot of friendships. Yeah, I ruined a lot of friendships. I had to say a lot of apologies, a lot of heartache and pain. I think if you were to take away all the pain and anguish I felt from drunk Facebooking and drunk MySpacing people, I'd probably live like an extra like 3 months at the end of my life. Probably more than that. Probably an extra year at the end of my life, man. I took a lot of years off my life laying in bed hungover, just agonizing over the crazy, nasty text I sent people drunk. It was crazy. It was crazy. Hey, Carly. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Glad I give you some laughs. Yeah, you have to be able to laugh in life no matter what. You have to be able to laugh in life no matter what. That helps. That helps. And yeah, you go through things in life, and that's hard to do. Hard to do. A lot of next mornings hard to do, but if you can allow yourself to laugh as much as possible, life's a lot better. Yeah, Mark. When I get my Angels hat, I'm gonna wear it on the stream. Definitely. William checking in from Scotland. Hey, change is possible. Change is possible. As an everyday drinker myself, I get it. It's a big part of our lives, and it's hard to cut it out. You know what I mean? Like I get it, but it's possible. It's possible. Richard, Rico checking in. I didn't know you was a Show High fan. Oh, nice. I just found out about him. The YouTube algorithm. YouTube algorithm popped it up, and I spent like an afternoon dialed in. Retired and Go, how's it going? You're welcome. Yeah, I took the beard. I mean, the head is pretty much shaved. Like I shaved 2 days ago. I like my clippers aren't very. So you'll see I never really have like a baldy unless I like go to the barbershop. Silver Lumberjack. I just saw a video, and it was just like the next Babe Ruth or something. I'm like, what? And then I just started watching. I just like, dude, somebody who pitches and hits home runs. Like, what else is there? Like, who could top that? Like, what else can you do? You throw Ks and you hit home runs. Like, who can top that? Just an exciting player to me. Dylan says you emotionally rant on. You mostly rant on online. Yeah, that could. Yeah, that's rough too. Yeah, Nick, that's another thing too. Yeah, it's the amount of like alcohol advertisements. It's hard. You don't realize how many there are until you try to stop drinking, and then it's just like in your face all the. You're just like, bro, like just give me a break. John, no, I will never drink again. I have no plans to ever drink again. That noise you heard was me opening some fruit. I have no plans to ever drink again because there'd be no point. Like, I mean, like alcohol is poison. Alcohol is poison. I was putting poison in my body for 15 plus years. I know it did damage, and it also, just there's no reason. Like, there's no benefit. I don't like what would be a good reason for me to ever drink again? Like, I literally cannot think of one. Like, any benefit isn't worth it. Like, I when I was drunk, I was a little smoother with the ladies, yes, because like I wasn't all self-conscious and all that. That's not worth it. I'm not going to ruin my whole life so that I can be a little smoother with the ladies, And I don't think that's a bad question. Like it's there's nothing anyone can ask me or say to me that's going to make me drink again. So like, yeah, I don't think that's a bad question. No. Okay, I'll go to the bar all the time with my friends. Not all the time, but I'll go to the bar with my friends. Me and Abby went after we had lunch the other day, and went to a bar because she wanted to have a drink. Like, I had a ginger ale. Like, it don't faze me slightest bit. The bar was packed, a lot of people. It didn't. No desire. Like, literally, no desire. Like, what? Yeah, it'd be like, once again, my favorite, the peanut allergy. If I found out that at 42 I contracted a peanut allergy, and every time I ate peanuts something bad happened, and I stopped eating peanuts, would I ever eat peanuts again? No. If I know I'm going to eat peanuts and my throat's going to close up, I'm not going to eat peanuts. Like, I'm not even. I'm like, no, yeah. Hey, Evan, that's awesome. That's awesome. You got a job with the Y. Nice. That's the second person I know got a job with the Y recently. Nice. Thanks for the plug. They need to cut me a check up there at the Y. I know you're going to enjoy it. Let me know how it goes. Dang it, where was that in the comments? Here we go. Because of Barry Bonds. My Zen life. Good point. Give your addiction when you realize your life is heaven on earth when you're clean, hell on earth when you're high. Okay. Zen life says, don't tell them when you're going to get sober. Don't even tell yourself. Elaborate, if you would, on that. Why is that why is that good advice? I'm just curious. John, I don't smoke weed. No, I have in the past, but it just doesn't. It's not. It just doesn't do enough for me to like. And I want to just be like totally clean, of any substance. So yeah. For me, no, I don't think my sugar intake went up when I stopped drinking. Maybe just like I drink more sodas. But like, no, I don't think my sugar intake went up. Not that I noticed. No. I feel like everybody underestimates how much they drink, especially when the cops pull you over drunk. I got a buddy who's a cop. He says to a person, every man, woman, and child, when you pull them over, says they had a couple drinks. He's like, everybody says two. He's like, it does not matter. Everybody says they had two. Always. He's like, nobody ever says one. No one says three. Everybody says two. Even if they're like sloppy drunk. I only had two, officer. Yeah, it's crazy. J House, get it back. Let's go. Let's get it back. Let's go. Just reading some of the comments here. Alex shot it. That's a good point. We laugh at crackheads. Society laughs at crackheads. Meanwhile, a lot of the people doing the laughing addicted to something else. Like, it's all poison. It's all toxic. Greg, I personally think that when we die, like the energy that makes up our consciousness goes somewhere else. My opinion. Lots of different views of what happens when we die. I definitely don't believe anything bad happens. Me personally. Raz, how's it going? Yeah, J House. I think most of us make better decisions sober. Yeah. Yeah. Them decisions make a ton of sense drunk. Next morning you be like, what? Really? I enjoy being in the same frame of mind all the time. Rachel Hart, I think that's kind of a hard question. I would, and this is just to keep in mind. I'm no therapist, no coach, no doctor. I'm just a sobriety motivator. Um, Let me get this melon down, then we'll talk. Sorry to be eating on camera, folks. I gotta get the energy out. Um, my only thing would be like I feel like a lot of times when people taper down, they taper back up. You know, I don't think it's always a clear. Oh, I'm going to drink 3 today, then 2 today. You know what I mean? I just don't think. I feel like a lot of times the taper method may not work. Especially to like most of us who say we're most of us drink more than we say we're going to drink. So I don't know if the taper method always works so well. When you're just like, oh, I might have this many, and then you end up having you have that many, then you want more. So like that's why I don't like the word cold turkey. And there are some people too, medically, ask your doctor, of course. Maybe there are some people who can't just stop one day. Body would go crazy. But if you have the choice and you physically can, I personally think that like just be like, I ain't drinking is the move. Because it might work out for you, like because if you can do it without tapering, well, that's better because you stopped earlier, totally. But I just think sometimes the tapering is easy to go back up or to not do. Kenny from the A checking in. How's it going? Dorian. Hey, you had 6 years in. That means you can do it. That means you can go long periods of time. And I understand that feeling of thinking your life will stop if you quit. That could just be a feeling. Might not be truth. Might not be fact. Could just be a feeling. Actually, I'm eating fruit. I got some fruit here from the Winco Foods. Hey, Dylan, I definitely will. Thank you. Shady Vista, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Super Chat Squad. Shady Vista says, I know what happens when we die. They give someone else your hospital bed. Facts. Facts. We all can agree on that. If you die at the hospital, you don't get to keep that bed. They don't bury you with that bed. They don't bury you with that bed. Yeah, good one. Thank you. That was good. That was a good laugh. That was a good laugh. I appreciate you super chatting to get that laugh in. Thank you. Dorian said, I laughed at crackheads, although I was smoking spice. Exactly. Like, it's perception. Life is so much perception. Like, certain stuff we perceive. Oh, that's horrible. That's crazy. We can do something almost the same. But since our addiction is socially acceptable, we think it's fine. Society says, oh, you're fine. Everybody does that. Meanwhile, you see it ruining your life, but you're like, oh, I'm not, my life isn't ruined that bad. I'm not under the underpass giving out foot jobs, so I'm okay. Even though my marriage is on the rocks because I keep drinking. Life is perception's weird. John, I mean, I have smoked a cigarette or two in the past, but I never like regularly smoked cigarettes. There were some times when like I was drinking, I might have a cigarette. I used to smoke Black and Milds when I was, drinking, but like I never smoked cigarettes. I've never bought a pack of cigarettes. I probably total in my life maybe had like 10 cigarettes my whole life. Yeah, Dorian, and I think too, yeah, it's a good place to get to where you just realize we're all struggling. You don't think that crackhead wakes up and doesn't want to be a crackhead? We're all struggling. We're all addicted. Like I'm gonna address this the super chat real quick, and then I'm gonna talk about another topic along those same lines. Jan Adish, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Super chat squad. Jan Adish, I appreciate that. Appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Thank you. One of the things I want to talk about is the fact that, like, and I see it in the comment section on some of my videos, and I always delete the comments because it's such negative energy. Even within the same addiction, not only do we look at other addictions and judge, oh, mine's better. Mine's, it's not ruining my life as much as ruining yours, so I'm okay. I'm better. Within the same addiction, we like to do levels. I get so many comments where either people are coming at me. People come at me and say, like, oh, Tim, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not a real drinker. If you were a real drinker, you would have went through all this other stuff you didn't go through. It would have been harder for you. You know what you're talking about. Okay. And then I see people in the comments come at other people in the comments. Like, oh, most of y'all are just weekend college drinkers. You don't know anything about true addiction. Blah, 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 blah. And it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that you could be going through something and it's tearing you up inside and messing with your life. And instead of just like wanting to say to everybody else who's going through it or been through it and just be like, hey, you can do it. Let's all do it, or ask for help, or just, positivity. People want to spew negativity. It's like, this person's struggling like you, but I get it. I get it because, and it's crazy. Humans, we're weird as humans. We're hilarious. Sometimes something can have you so down, and I try to be empathetic and understanding and see this. Sometimes something can have you so down and put you in such a negative space. All you can do is like your identity. Even something bad can become something you identify with, and you can take some form of pride in it. So if you're really, really, really struggling with drinking and you think you're a really bad drunk, on some level, you can start to take pride in that. And it makes you feel a little better to be like, oh, I'm a worse drunk than you. You're not struggling like me. Which is crazy. Why would you want to say you're worse at an addiction ever? Oh, you don't know what it's really like. You're not as bad as me. I've been drinking a bottle of whiskey every single day for 20 years. Y'all are like, why would you do that? But it's because that's all people have sometimes. And I'm not downing or dissing anybody, but sometimes when that's all you have to identify with that. And so you kind of feel a little better when you can talk down on someone and tell them they're not a real drinker. It makes absolutely no sense, but it makes sense. But I try to not let it bother me because I try to be unbothered. My goal in life is just be unbothered no matter what happens. But it does kind of get to, I'm like, bro, just share love. Just share encouragement, motivation. How are you going to come at somebody who's struggling with what you're struggling with? We're supposed to be on the same team. But I know in life, it's, there's a lot of division. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because that gets me sometimes. Casey, the bud is got you. Messing with you. It is weird that we have different addictions affect different people differently. I think it's some of it I think is just genetic. I really do think that some of us are genetically predisposed for certain things to affect us differently. That's why we have different allergies. That's why we have different things that make us sick differently. Some people are allergic to wheat. Some people it's peanuts. Some people it's wheat grass. I don't know. So the same is true with other substances. Some of them really latch onto our brain. Drugs do nothing for me. Drugs do nothing for me. I've never done any drug other than weed. Never had any desire to. I'm almost on the other end. I'm I don't even want y'all doing coke around me. You know what I mean? All my friends know, don't even do that around Tim. He don't really like it. You know what I mean? I'm that guy. I got friends who still always offer it, not anymore, but back in the day, always offered it to me because that's the rules. But I'd be like, nah, bro, I just don't. But I got other friends who drinking, they don't care about. They might do it every now and then, but they gonna get on that sauce. They, they gonna do acid that. That's them. They have certain drugs, and they were just the moment they found it, they were on it. I don't know why it works that way. I think it's just genetics. Everybody's got their struggle. Everybody's got their struggle, you know? Yeah, during this point too. You know, some people, maybe they feel like that's all they got. Yeah, that's the only thing they can compete in. So they got to make it we have to make it a competition. Good point. You have to make it a competition about who's the worst drunk. And that's kind of sad. You know what I mean? Like, I sometimes in life, and I'm talking to myself here, we're quick to be like, why would someone act like that? But they're acting from a place of pain, and that's how the pain's coming out. So we really should be like, sympathetic. I still delete the comments, but I'm trying to be like more understanding and be like, all right, this person, obviously they're watching the video for a reason, but they're just in a space where instead of them commenting, hey, working on it, hey, good luck everybody, the pain they're going through is making them like judge other people and jump on other people. That's what we do as humans. We all act. I'm telling you, we're crazy as humans. We're crazy as humans. Yeah, Jay, how's not? Every sober day is a win. Every sober day is a win. Even if you sleep all day, it's a win. Do whatever you got to do. It's a win. Hey, like that you said that, Rachel. Yeah, this community is therapy. We're not alone. That's a big thing too. Just knowing there's other people going through it, that other people understand you, and that it's not you. Like you just have some weird weakness no one else has. I think it feels like that a lot of times, especially if no one around us is trying to quit or seems to have the same issues we have when we drink. Now, I will say this too. There's a lot of people who never try to quit, so they never have to struggle with sobriety. They just keep drinking. And some of them people, maybe the things they do when they're drunk aren't as obvious as like the things I used to do. I know people drink way more than me, and have their own issues, but they're not obvious. They're not obvious. Mine were obvious. So there's a lot more people struggling with this, than even like those of us who are like trying to quit. You know? Yeah, Shady Vista. Yeah, I got, and I realized that genetics played a big part when like I had certain friends that just couldn't stop certain things. Just could even the levels were just off. Kind of like that what they'd say about me, man. Tell me, boy, he just got to he just the levels are off with his drinking. Other people, I'm like, oh, they're me, but with weed or with coke or some people with like meth. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, and the pills was a big one. The pills had everybody's levels off when the pills first hit. There was a time, kids, when half the country wasn't addicted to opiates. There was a time. You go out to party, people drank, maybe a little, that's about it. Then the pills hit, and it was a totally different game. Totally different game. The opioid crisis is one we still don't even talk about as much as we should, as big as an epidemic as it is. I would say homelessness, opioid crisis, pick which one sadly, though, I think the opioid crisis is way more deaths. I don't know. I can't back that statement up, but I think those are the two crises. Like it's crazy. But yeah, I just had certain friends that I'm like, it doesn't make sense that like for them that they struggle with that so much, and I'm like, oh, genetics is different. It some things hit us all different. Dylan, sorry to hear that, man. That's crazy. Sorry to hear about your roommate. That's uh having friends die is never, that's tough. Especially if you saw it. I can't even imagine what that'd be like. But sorry to hear that. Prayers to your roommate's family. Hallvax, like I mean, like I always tell people, like I think no one can say is your level of drinking okay or not. It's a personal thing. But my thing is like if it's affecting your life, in some way, if you can identify this affecting your life in some way. But if it doesn't, I can't. There's lots of people who have a drink now and then they're fine. I personally think alcohol is poison, so on some level, it's all kind of But like, I'm not going to be the person who's like nobody should drink. If you have a light beer every now and then, it's not a problem. Enjoy yourself, whatever. But like those of us who can't drink, I think it's best if we cut it out. Soldier, how's it going? Yeah, we in the house. Pavin, nicotine. I mean, I think that's another, substance that does nothing for you. At least alcohol makes you feel high for a while. I read a book by Alan Carr about smoking, or portions of a book about smoking, and that's what he was saying. Like, all nicotine does is get you back to normal. At least like alcohol and other drugs raise your levels higher. All nicotine does is get you back feeling normal. It does nothing for you. Not saying that, alcohol making you woo for a while is good, but like at least it does something. All nicotine, all you do when you smoke cigarettes is just get back to your normal levels. Then they drop down, you gotta smoke another cigarette. Like, it does nothing for you. That's one of the biggest, like, pointless things that society has sold us is cigarettes, nicotine. It does nothing for you. Nothing. It just looks cool, and it just gets your levels back up. So you stay addicted. So you stay smoking. JC in the house, Freaky Friday. JC always coming through. Good to see you. Hey, Incredible Salt. I love that name. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Second week without a single drink. That's awesome. Nice. Keep it up. Soldier quit weed after 10 years, lost weight, got repped. Clairvoyance, nice. Might have some superpowers. Okay. Hey, I don't know what you were smoking, but I'm glad it took away all that from you. It took your superpowers. Glad you gave it up. Glad you gave it up. Chris in the house, how's it going? Yeah, like I don't really go. I've been to like some parties sober. That's it's not hard for me because I want to drink, but just the vibe is so off. You know what I mean? Like, I can go to the bar and hang out with people, and I feel like they're still close enough to my level we can interact. But when I go to parties, like, the people I party with, they just let loose. It's a party, let's get it. So the levels are so off. Everybody's so much more like woo than me. Yeah, parties are just like not fun to me. It's just like nobody, unless there's somebody else sober I can talk to. It's just like I'm the only sober guy in the room. That's kind of I don't go to parties no more. It just doesn't, just I just sit kind of just stand in the corner with my water, and people are nice, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Highs aren't as high, but the lows aren't as low. Exactly. Exactly. Kenny, I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Positive manifestations. Exactly. I am enough. One of my favorites. I am enough. Another one of my favorite positive affirmations, what we're talking here, is I'm loved, and I'm worthy of even more love. Ooh. That'll have you having a great day. Rusty Rocket Man, how's it going? Raz, hey, appreciate you saying that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You've been missing the chats. I feel like you've been coming through pretty regular. Have a good night. Thanks for coming through. Miguel said parties used to end up in riots. Yeah, man, I've had some I've had some crazy party experiences, and it was usually me antagonizing and being crazy, being drunk. Hey, see you later, Dylan. Robbie X checking in from England. How's it going? Casey said you're a meeting in disguise. I'll take that. I'll take that. That works. I'll take that. Hey, Cherry Blossom, just finished listening to an I Am Enough speech on YouTube. Synchronicity. I had to look over at the word like 3 times to say it right. That's why I was like, I got it. Dorian, no, I've never gotten drunk at a swingers club. I've never been to a swingers club. I've got drunk at some quite interesting places, though. I'll say that. But I haven't got drunk at a swingers club. I don't go to swingers clubs because I never had aren't you supposed to go with a partner? I'm always single for the most part. Yeah, cool vid. Yeah, I'd always try to stay. And that's another thing about parties. It brings you around. Whenever I would party, I'd end up around a lot of people I normally wouldn't be around. You know? Yeah. In my normal life, I've always done well to try to especially as I got older, to keep it around positive people, decent people. Yeah, you start partying, you end up, around a bunch of negative people, somebody's house you don't know. Yeah. I'm glad the partying days are over. Matt, how's it going? Good to see you. Alex said parties equals junkies. Sometimes. Seattle, I think part of the reason people pressure us to drink again is because it's a societal norm. It's a societal norm. I think some people don't. I think if some people knew the struggles, they would never try to press you to drink again. I think some people really think it's not a problem. For some people, a lot of people who get drunk all the time. Even people who get drunk and act crazy, it doesn't bother them. They don't think it's a problem. Some people who get drunk don't act crazy. They don't think it's a problem. A lot of people don't think it's a problem. So that's one. Other people know it's a problem, at least, in the back of their mind. And misery loves company. So if they're out here getting drunk, spending their money, screwing themselves up, making bad decisions, they want you right there with them. And part of it too is I think a lot of times, our friendships, a lot of times, whenever we see our friends, we're drinking. I know for me, whenever I would see my friends, we were drinking. That's what we did. We got together, we drank. So I think a lot of people don't really care if you drink or not. They just want that friendship to stay the same. I think a lot of times it's really they just don't want to miss you. They don't want the fun times to stop. And that's why I say a lot of people, I think they don't understand the struggle, or maybe they don't fully understand how bad alcohol is affecting some of our lives. That's why oh man, don't want to have a drink, because they don't want the fun to stop. They don't mean nothing by it, but they don't want the fun to stop, because that's all they know typically in a lot of our friendships. Oh, Rachel said your drinking escalated when your partner didn't. Interesting. I mean, this drinking thing goes so many different ways. You know what I mean? Every situation is unique. That's what I think is good to once to identify. Oh, in this situation, this is how alcohol affects me, or this is what makes me want to drink more. Kresnik. I mean, I don't think anyone can come up with a formula or a set time when it's okay to drink but not okay to drink. I think it's very personal. If your drinking isn't affecting your life, and you're cool with maybe some of the slight physical effects it might be having, I know me personally, I'd never be you shouldn't drink. But I think it's personal. You have to identify, if you drink once every 2-3 months and you don't have any problems, knock yourself out, but that's for you to decide. I don't think anyone I wouldn't trust anyone who came up with like a formula. It was like it's only okay to drink every 8 days if it's a Thursday. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's very personal. Angela asking people to hit the like button. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of childhood friends who escalated as well. You know what I mean? To lots of other stuff. It was, yeah, my later 20s were pretty rough. You know, a lot of bad things and sad things going on friend wise. Like, it was, yeah. We a lot of us paid the price. We all paid the price. But some people paid some pretty high prices for some of the things we used to do, you know. Hey, see you later, Richard. Alex, like before the stream even started. Appreciate that. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Yeah, Kresnik, that's a good point. That's one I mentioned a lot too. I used to have, lots of water on deck, just because, like, yeah, the oral fixation. A lot of times you just get used to, you're sitting around, you crack a beer, you just get used to doing this. I think with cigarettes, for a lot of people, it's the oral fixation. They get used to doing this. So if you can give yourself something else to do that with, every time you're like, great, you're just sitting around, crack a water. I think that helps. A water, a soda, a fruit juice, a smoothie, whatever. Just having something there, I think definitely helps. Trunks, what's up, what's up, what's up? TGIF, exactly. Inspectors too, love the attitude, love the attitude, love the attitude. The struggle is real, but you will overcome. Exactly. That's if we can keep that in front of us. Struggle is real. There will be ups and downs, but it's a process, and I'm going to work this process. I'm going to do whatever I got to do. If you can, I feel like to achieve any goal, one of the things you have to do is see the goal and envision yourself in the goal, or envision yourself achieving the goal. Like, you're never going to reach a goal in life if you're not seeing it and knowing you can get there. That's part of the battle, is knowing you can do it. So mindset, attitude, very important. Even when it comes to sobriety, a lot of people like to use words like willpower. You just need more willpower, which means absolutely nothing. What is willpower? You just need more willpower. Well, where do I get willpower? Well, you just got to dig deeper. Well, how do I dig deeper? Well, you can go in an endless circle of people who have no clue what they're talking about, telling you what you need to do, and they just come up with different words and phrases. It means nothing. You got to work the process and know that you can work it and win, I think, is the key. Hey, Trunks, yeah. And blessings right back to you. Yeah, whatever vice we might have, we'll overcome. We're going to get them. And we all got different vices, Miguel, I think commitment is very important. I think commitment in life in general is important if you want to achieve anything. But definitely comes sobriety, I think commitment is important. Like, it's a fight, it's a struggle, and you have to decide you're going to work with it and fight the fight until the enemy's subdued. Eric, I'm so glad you brought that up. I had forgot, but I was going to mention this. Yes, I literally today, crazy you mentioned that. I literally today probably spent 4 hours looking into Zed Run. Sometime this weekend, I probably will buy my first horse. We're in there, Eric. We're in there. So yeah, I told myself here recently, I'm looking into cryptos. I'm looking into NFTs. I'm going to start being on the cutting edge and not like the old guy who's 10 years late on everything like I am now. So yeah, man, we're there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm doing the stream on the Brave browser. I'm not using I'm not using a Firefox like I normally do. I'm using Brave. I'm earning them basic attention tokens. Let's go. I'm telling you, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Give me like 6 months. I'll be a crypto expert. No such thing. But yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and Eric. I did not know it was money like that. Like it was. I was thinking a horse is going to be about $10. I did not know that you have to put some money up like that. But I do think, just from what I've seen so far, that I think it could be something way bigger than it is now. I wish I'd gotten to it earlier, but I still think it has legs. I think it can be way bigger than it is. So yeah, I'm yeah. We go put a little money at Zed Run, see what happens. Yeah, that's awesome. Whole actually, you just decided to quit smoking one day on your own. That's awesome. Yeah, Dorian, Zed Run is a virtual like horse racing game. Yeah. But you actually have to like buy the horses to race. And they're not cheap. I'm gonna get me a little cheap $150 one to start. But yeah. Yeah. Why you say be careful, Dorian? Robert, hey, appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, but yeah, that's anything in life, Dorian, is that you can lose big. You know what I mean? Like I don't, and I appreciate the concern, but like and this phase of my life, like I'm not worried about losing. Here's one of the benefits of like getting older and also like pondering death on a regular basis. A lot of things that like I used to be so worried, like I lose some money, like, I'm gonna be dead. I'm only living this human existence for maybe another 40 years if I'm super like stay super healthy. Like it's halfway over. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I can't worry about losing a little money. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I'm not being nearly as cautious and scared. I'm not being as scared as I used to be first half of my life and my second half of my life. If I identify something, it seems, like it could be a good investment. All investments are risky. All investments, there's loss, possibility of loss. So yeah. La baby, yeah, man, yeah, man. Yeah, I got my energy back. Got my energy back. Just working through things in life, you get your energy back. I know for me, sometimes I'm, but I always, we pop back up, we work through it. Yeah, and I don't feel guilty if a day comes along and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna lay in bed and watch Guardians of the Galaxy, and eat McDonald's. Don't feel guilty. It's, like, and I know, yeah, in some cultures that's totally, but it's like that hustle culture, and it comes down to money. Basically, people are like, if you're not being productive, and what they usually mean is making some money. And a lot of times we feel that way. Man, I could be out working, I could be doing something. If we're not doing something productive, it's a wasted day. But my thing is, I just want to enjoy the days I have left on this as a human on this planet, in this body. I want to enjoy them, and I want to spend them doing things I want to do. That's really it. That's all. Like I want to spend the rest of my life happy doing things I want to do. If the day rolls around and I just want to like watch cartoons, I'm gonna watch the cartoons. Like if that day I don't feel like going out and making any money, I'm just gonna lay in bed. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm refusing to feel guilty for doing things that like I want to do that make me happy. And I feel like if you can get in that space, life becomes like so much sweeter because you just like end up always doing things did you spend your whole life doing what you want to do, which is what we all want to do anyway, but a lot of times we don't. And even if there is something that because of the way you've built your life you do have to do that you don't really want to do, when that's over you just go back to doing what you want to do. Very simple, very simple. Doran, yeah, I hear what you're saying about NFTs. I think it's a dangerous market if you don't do your homework. You know what I mean? Like Yeah, I think with everything you got to do your research. So yeah, but we're good at research. Hey, Jody Brantley, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Super Chat Squad. Super Chat Squad. Said I have an interview with the YMCA of the Rockies on Monday. It's not my first choice, but I think it might be better for my sobriety than Xanterra at Yellowstone. Am I right? You're absolutely correct. In my humble opinion, you're absolutely correct. Yes, I got fired from Xanterra at Yellowstone because I was getting, they got employee pubs. Okay, it's shout out to Xanterra, Yellowstone National Park. I love it. I highly recommend it. But like from a sobriety standpoint, employee pub where everybody goes after work and gets drunk, or the YMCA where like you're not even allowed to have alcohol on the premises. The Y played a role in my sobriety each time I was there. So yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, and that's awesome that you looked at it that way. And you might get there and love the Y. So good luck with the interview. Good luck with your interview. Bora checking in from Istanbul. Nice. Building new connections. It kind of happened. I know with me, and this actually piggybacks off what we're just talking about. With me, like I was doing seasonal work when I was getting sober, so I was always around a lot of new people. So I kind of physically cut the old connections because I moved to a different place, and I was moving to different places every 3-4 months. So I wasn't around my old drinking buddies, and I just naturally, if I'm at a seasonal job, I'm going to gravitate towards the people who don't drink as much because I'm not drinking. So that was one of the things that helped me. I just was around a lot more people who didn't drink like me and my friends used to drink, Oh, it's a UPS man. I was like, what? I was like, who's running up my stairs? Must be UPS man. Dorian, I hope you're joking. I hope you're joking, Dorian. So there are investments that guarantee 100% return. If you're not joking, moving on. Yeah, I know quite a few people who the Y's they must have been putting it out there. The Y, I know that'll be the two people who got hired at the Y recently, and I think like 2 other interviews. Okay. Make sure you tell them. Make sure you mention my name. I just love to tell people to mention my name because I know the interviewers probably be like, we know this Tim guy. We know. Did you have to see all that juice fly out? I'm sorry, folks. You're not supposed to eat on camera. That's so uncouth. I've heard the name Max Egan, but I don't remember like what I heard about him. I've definitely heard the name. Ooh, what's happening? I've definitely heard the name. Hillary, you've been feeling lately. I'm not fun anymore. That I won't ever have a ton of fun again. I feel like that will pass, Hillary. I feel like that will pass. You could just be in like, it might be because you're getting like, I feel like there can be lull points. You know what I mean? I feel like this could be the calm before the storm. Like you might be about to get like your happiness levels where you want them. And the reason why sometimes you got to crash out on levels before they come back up. I can't say 100%, but I could see this like passing in a month from now. And you're suddenly feeling good and feeling happy. You know what I mean? I feel like that's how life works. You know, disillusion with AA. I guess that could happen. I would. Any advice as to in what particular area, Hillary? I would just my overall advice is say stick with it. You've almost gone a year. Is it worth going the other way? There's only two options. Either you keep going, get the year, and keep going, and hope, and I think it will. Your happiness comes back, or go back to drinking, which was something you identified almost a year ago wasn't working for you. Going forward, it might work. Going forward, there's the option your happiness comes back, and I think it will. Going back and just drinking again, we know what that leads to. So that would be my advice. Isaiah, what's up, my boy? How you doing, man? Says, hey, Tim, I know it's been a while, but I haven't forgotten about you. Mid-season so crazy, and I'm still not done yet today. I just wanted to pop by and say hi. I still brag about you. Hey, Isaiah, that's love, man. That's love, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You're in the middle of the day, having a crazy day. You took the time to come through and show love, say what's up. I appreciate that. Super Chat Squad. You're good people, Isaiah. Good people, man. I tell everybody that, well, all the people I know that know you say the same thing. So good dude, man. It's good to see you hanging in there, getting through the season. You know, this is gonna be a season for the books, man. You can be talking about this season for years. I already know it. So glad to hear you're doing well. You know, and enjoy the the craziness, man. Enjoy the craziness. It's good to see you, and thank you. Jet, if you don't see yourself using your degree, I definitely think college is or university is a waste of time and money. Yes. If you see yourself using a degree, okay. But yeah, if you're like, I'm never going to use this degree, yeah, why even go? Yes, Kresnik, the Y should be paying me for all these referrals. I'm waiting for them to cut a check, just randomly. I'm waiting to just randomly go to my mailbox. There'll be a check. This has not happened thus far, but I do it for the love. I do it for the love. I do it for the people I know who still work there, who work there full time, who are my friends. The people, you know, I do it for Swish. I do it for Sarah. You know, Mark, Alyssa, them. You know, who else is up there? I don't want to leave nobody out. I'm sure there's somebody I'm missing. But those are like the people I'm closest to. Oh, I do it for Esme. You know what I mean? I do it for my people up there. I do it for them. But a check would be nice. Okay. Oh, I appreciate you saying that, Janae. Oh, thank you. It's the goal answers. Hey, Veteran Reloaded, same. Mine was like the level of drink. I was the funniest dude, like you said, until I hit a certain level, and then I turned to just raging a-hole. Exactly, same thing. And like I would usually black out. The last thing I remembered would be fun, talking, you know, everybody laughing, and then my friends would tell me what I did as the raging a-hole. Like that was always a hard time. Hey, Rachel, thank you. I appreciate that, Rachel. Super Chat Squad. Super Chat Squad said your life is yours, so live it. Don't drink it. Oh, fat. I like that. Live it. Don't drink it. Don't drink it away. I like that. You know, like so many aspects of our life, we don't live like our life is ours. You know how many decisions we make on a daily basis that aren't in line with like our life being ours and we living it the way we want to. For most people, probably half or more of the stuff they do. It's crazy. I do stuff I like doing. I do things that make me happy. You know, drinking stop making me happy. Done. Oh, nice, Isaiah. You are going to pause up. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, we got to link up, man. We got to link up. Folks, give me 2 seconds. Got to run to the, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. Took a little longer. I had to go pick up that package from the front door. Eric, total, I worked at the YMCA 18 months total. 3 different times. 2 8-month contracts, and then once this last year I just went back for like a month and a half. So yeah, spent a lot of time with the Y. Inspectors too. Like I that's always like it's hard to like. I was saying earlier, it's a battle with yourself. So while you're coming up with things to tell yourself, another part of you is like shooting all of them down. That's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard. Because every excuse you come up with, your brain is just like, nope, nope, nope. Like you were trying to reason with yourself. That's what makes it so hard. And like there's almost no answer. You you can say things like focus on why you want to stop drinking, and I don't know. Like that's the one of those really tough questions. It's just like, yeah, what did I say to myself yesterday to keep me from drinking? And like, will it work today? It's a weird thing. Like that's another one. It's kind of like individual, personal things. Like I don't know if anyone else can tell you. Like it's just something that internally we each one of us have to figure out for ourselves. Like, and it sucks because like the days you do give in and drink makes you think you won't be able to like not give in today. You know what I mean? Like it's hard. That's a hard one, but it's possible. There definitely are things you can do, like reflecting on the reasons you don't want to drink. Thinking about the bad things that happen. I think that helps. But we all know days where we did that and still drink. So like, you know what I mean? Like that's that. It's a very personal, internal thing to like figure out. Hey, Martin, if that's true, let it go. Let that drink go. Hey, see you later, Rachel. Thanks for coming through. I did get lost. User not found. No, I've never ate a snail. Tatted Prince. I was offered. I went back to get a recruiting job, and they offered it to me. I didn't take it. Um, I don't. I just will say I don't like the decisions that a lot of the higher ups of that company make. I don't agree with them. I don't agree with the decisions that a lot of higher ups make in that company. From a certain level down, at least in my department, I think it was a lot of great people. From my GM down in my department, a lot of great people who I loved working with. But the company from that level up, in my opinion, did not make decisions that I agreed with. It's their right to make those decisions, just like it's mine to not work there. So now there's other people who work there who totally agree with all those decisions and love it. But just me, like, I just didn't agree with a lot of the way the place was being ran. So I don't work there no more. Yeah, I'm still sober, Master Payne. Yep. Just past 3 years. Well, this month, 3 years. Yeah. Hey, if that's true, Hall facts, when you overcome an addiction, you get a strong prefrontal cortex. Strong mind control. If that's true, that's awesome. Let's go. Um, to the person I'm currently putting in timeout, I'm doing that because I think it's disrespectful in a stream about sobriety to keep talking about, oh, I like drinking, just drink in moderation. Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of disrespectful. So but I know you probably didn't mean no harm, so I just put you in timeout. But I will say, if the oh, just drink in moderation talk continues, it might have to be a block. Because that's kind of disrespectful to me. Um Everybody else who's like trying to get sober, like, you know what I mean? Like, if there was only alcohol in the bread left in the world, I would just eat bread, you know. Yeah, kid. I think a lot of people have said the same lessons with weed and alcohol. I think the same lessons apply with all addiction. It's all the same thing. Oh man, that's funny. Gwen Stefani, that's funny. uh, Tatted Prince. I think you can still make good money there housekeeping. Yeah, I think they're making good money this season. Yeah, So yeah, I think you can still make money housekeeping there. Yeah. El Patrino, you got no friends left from your drinking days? Yeah, some people this jab for the and like I don't get mad at people who like stopped being my friend when I was drinking. Like I changed the dynamic of the friendship. Just like a lot of people have kids, I don't kick it with them no more. Not even in like a shady or negative way. It's just like we don't hang out as much because A, they ain't got as much free time, and B, I don't want to be around their kids. You know what I mean? So it's like I changed the dynamic. We all came together, we was all drinking, we was partying, and then I stopped drinking. Like I can't be mad that they don't want to be around, hang around me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be different if we, weren't drinking when we all came together and then like we started drinking. You know what I mean? Like even then still, but it's like I changed the dynamic of the friendship. I gotta understand that some people now may not want to hang out with me because they liked hanging out with drunk Tim. There's a y'all know who Childish Gambino is? Donald Glover. There is a the reason I laugh so hard at what the Gwen Stefani person I just blocked said, um, is because if any of y'all who saw the slurs she put up there, um, back in the day, Donald Glover was part of this YouTube sketch comedy group. I forget the name of it. But he there's one about a spelling bee. Um, and so like, a couple kids went and they had these words, and then like this white girl went up there and like that was her and Donald Glover was the guy giving out the words. So like when the girl got to the podium, that was her word to spell. And so like she was super uncomfortable, and then she like spelled it, and then he got like mad at her for saying it. It's weird. It was weird. But anytime I see that combination of words, I start laughing because like it was a funny sketch. I wish I could remember where it's at. Um, but like it, I don't know. Like you can't. Is you can't like. I don't know. I love when people try to like. Oh, back okay. I love when people try to like come at me like you can't do better. Panda Panda said the spicy wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. I always get mild. I always get mild. Jody, you honestly, the Y is like 15 minutes from town. Okay. Now, if you don't want to take a car, you're fine. If you don't want to take a car, you'll probably be fine. But like I feel like the bar is far enough away that you probably wouldn't be, tempted to drive into town. If you haven't been tempted lately, Estes Park is far enough away from the Y that it probably really wouldn't pull you like that. So like I wouldn't say don't take your car because you might drive to the bar. Like it's town's far enough away. uh, yeah, Chase Terrier. Yeah, when people are like you can drink one beer, it's I don't know. I think people don't understand how disrespectful that is. Like I don't. Yeah, it's a societal thing. It's a societal thing that like we everyone thinks drinking is okay because we are always told it's okay. So when someone says they're not drinking, I don't think people mean to like bring you down or get you drinking or have anything bad happen to you, but I think they just really think it's okay. Thank you, Inspector Sue. Thank you. Nakaya, love you too. Thank you. Yeah, I get behind the comments, so sometimes I don't see the trolls until they went. Yeah, you made it when the trolls come through like that. You've made it. Hey, Jackie W, that is awesome. That is awesome. Great story. Addicted to eating fast food, drinking beer every night for years. Had a health scare in 2020. That'll do it. Turn my life around. I quit alcohol. Started eating healthy, working out. Dropped 60. Nice. Dropped 60 pounds. Let's go. Let's go. Eric, their Uber doesn't come. As far as I know, Uber doesn't come out to the Y. The phone signal was too bad, too sketchy. I don't even think there's any Uber drivers in Estes Park because like you have to go through like a dead area. I don't think anybody like nobody like the Uber will drive you out to Estes Park, but then it always goes back to like Denver or wherever it came from. So there's like no Uber drivers in Estes Park to come out to the Y. There's taxis, but the taxis are like $15 one way. So yeah, I mean there's taxis, but like there's no Uber. Nathan, I didn't really have any reading that helped with addiction. No. I read a lot of good books now that help with self growth and all that, but I didn't really do any reading that help with addiction. Yeah, walking the line was like telling a heroin addict to like just shoot up once. You'll be fine. Yeah, people don't get it. People don't get it. Veteran, yeah, I like that. I like that. Is it VLVL? I probably murdered your name. I'm sorry. It wasn't. I don't think it was a specific moment. It was the build up of so many moments. It was just the build up of so many moments. And I did start getting sicker. I started getting sicker. The hangovers were taking a couple days, day and a half, 2 days. It just stopped being fun. It stopped being fun. I was getting sicker, and I had this backlog of horrible experiences that came from drinking. And I was 35, or yeah, 35, somewhere in there. I mean, like it wasn't cute no more. You know what I mean? Like it was cool, okay. It was never cute, but when you're 27, whatever. But like I'm 35, everybody's like moving on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just I was the only people still doing, and I was kind of in different areas, but still like the only people who from my friend group back in the day that were still partying and stuff was like the hardcore drug addicts. You know what I mean? And it was just like, and that's not downing them, but you know what I mean? It was just like, oh, like what group of people are you in? I mean, my close friends still drink and all that back home still drink, but like the people who was like at my level, it was, it wasn't. I wasn't on the train to Prosperville. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't cute no more. I was getting sick. I'm like, why am I doing this? It was pointless. It was like, why am I doing this? Hillary, I've never been to AA. No, I'm such an introvert. I knew that, like, see, I forgot. I closed the door. Gotta let the air in. I knew that, like, sitting around groups of strangers. I don't even like. I got friends I don't even hang out with because I'm such an introvert. I just knew that being around strangers talking about drinking would probably make me want to drink even more. So I never went to AA. And yes, I do know that a lot, especially people who know nothing about sobriety, will automatically tell you, hey, the AA has done a great. Let me put a positive spin on this. AA has done a great job of marketing, to the point that anytime you mention quitting drinking, people say AA. So shout out to AA for the great marketing they've done. They got a great PR team, but I do feel like, yeah, it's not for everybody. Yeah, getting a signal in Estes Park is crazy. Like at the Y, there's certain spots, like there's, after being there a while, I realized certain spots I could get cell service, and there literally is like a tree I used to always go to when I needed to pay my cell phone bill because I could get service. And back then, I didn't want to like pay bills and stuff over Wi-Fi. I could have just hooked up to the Wi-Fi. So I literally would walk down the road and find this one tree, and I knew I could get signal around it. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy. Yeah, and Hillary, I definitely don't like the ideal of, let's just say it, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. That's ludicrous to me. There's nothing else in society where that's the positive message. There's nothing else in society that you're trying to stop, or when people are trying to help you quit, they say that. Like you don't go to your therapist and be like, hey, like I've been a criminal, and a thief for so long. I don't, how do I just want to stop. Your therapist doesn't say, well, once a thief, always a thief. That's not what anyone ever leads. No one says that. Nobody, nothing, nothing except AA. I don't want, they got good marketing. Okay. Oh, I'm Nakaya. If you knew me, if you really knew me, you would know I'm an introvert. Like I'm definitely an introvert. Like trust me, I'm an introvert. I'll hang out with my friends a little bit, and then it's to the, like, when I'm in a seasonal. Ask anybody at a seasonal job. Once I stop drinking, I'll hang out in the cafeteria after work for a little bit, the EDR, and then I'm in my room. I used to tell them, they'd be like literally, like, so like at the YMCA, like all your friends live in the same building pretty much, or in the same. We're all on the grounds. All the stuff we're gonna do is either there, or we're gonna take somebody's car, and like it's all. So what everybody does every night. So they'd be like, Tim, we're gonna go play basketball. You want to come? Nope. Tim, we're gonna play volleyball. Want to come? Nope. Tim, we're going bowling. Want to come? Nope. I even told them, I was like, I have one night a week to hang out. One night a week to hang out. So they would be like, Tim, it's Tuesday. Next week on Tuesday, we're playing volleyball. We really want you to come. Now, keep in mind, the volleyball court is literally a 3-minute walk from my dorm. So I would go. But other nights, they'd be playing basketball. Same 3-minute walk. I wouldn't go. So trust me, I'm an introvert. Like, yeah. Yeah. Jawa. What did I say? Jawaman 8. Yeah. Where did I see that? I saw that somewhere. I think somebody commented it. We're like, yeah, you have to move past the excuses, or there will always be another one. There's always Christmas coming up. There's always the holidays. There's always your friend come to town. Like, you got to move past excuses and just be like, I'm going to stop and stop, or be trying to stop. Because if you use excuses, there'll always be an excuse. There's always something, always something. Hey, Halifax, I'm glad that video could help you. Glad that video can help you. I don't know, Joe. Like here's my thing. Um, from a getting sober and like quitting alcohol point of view, I don't think it matters whether it's the disease or not. Now, from a standpoint, and someone pointed this out in another live stream, from a standpoint of helping people to maybe understand why you struggle so much with drinking, yes. But from a standpoint of alcohol is affecting my life and I got to figure out a way to stop drinking, it does not matter why alcohol is affecting my life. You know what I mean? So, like, I spend very little time pondering whether alcohol, I don't even use the word alcoholism, but is it a disease or not? I spend no time pondering that. Like like, how does that help me? The cure is like the cure is the cure. The fix is the fix. It doesn't matter what you call it. So like that does not matter to me. Maybe to other people it does, but to me, like, I don't see the point why we even have the discussion. Like, whatever it is, it causes us harm and we need to stop. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, that VA splash on deck keeps my energy ups. Nakai, no, I did not become more of an extrovert being sober now. In fact, it's the opposite. Like, at least drinking, I would go out. Sober, I got like no need to go out. I mean, I'll go, like I said, every now and then I'll go hang out with my friends, but like, yeah, I'm alone and at the house 90% of the time. Like, yeah, I love it. Yeah, alpha training. I think 20s are definitely a great time to stop. And I feel like a lot of people do that. They go through their 20s, you do the college thing and the drinking thing, and then most people just kind of taper it off. I feel like late 20s. I did not do that, so it took me to mid 30s. But yeah, yeah, Eric, kind of the same. I would go out before, go to the bars and stuff. Now, yeah, I see people, and most of my friends like work with me or worked with me. Yeah, it's rare. I just like, unless I'm like on Tinder and I get a Tinder date or something. It's rare I go out and just like meet new people and hang out other places. Jed, yeah, when you're young, especially, yeah, that's what everybody wants to do. It's got to be hard, like when you really don't want to go out, but everybody else wants to go out. You weren't a social drinker, Miguel? Oh, only drink by yourself? Okay, I got you. Yeah, it's different for everybody. Yeah, same, Eric. Like at 41, I'm just blessed to have the friends I have, and I want to spend as much time as I can with them when I feel like hanging around people. I really, yeah, I don't wake up being like, man, I want to meet some new people anymore. When I was younger, yeah, new people, yeah, bring them around. But yeah, other than maybe a life partner or something like that, I really got no. I definitely have no desire to meet no new dudes. Really, like I don't what. Yeah, I'm good. H2O kid, what's up? What's up? What's up? H2O kid, HTO kid. How you doing? Good to see you. John Lane, how's it going? How's it going? Living to be happy, checking in. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Good to see you. Good to see you. Um, I consider myself like an ex-drunk Chase Terrier. Like I don't use the alcoholic word like unless I'm in a chat. I never use that word in life. Like I don't nah. You started a new job today in slavery? Oh, you got to get rid of that. I'm sorry to hear your job sucks. Maybe it'll get better. Eric, I do think 40 is the new 20, But trust me, I'm with you on the I still feel young at heart, but this body I'm in definitely is showing some signs of age. And not even from like an eight, yeah, physical, like yeah, the body. When you're 20s, like everything heals quickly. There's no weird aches and pains. Like it's just, and not complaining. I love this body. I'm blessed to to have been given it. But yeah, I definitely don't feel as young as I used to body wise, but I'm still blessed, still happy. I love it. It's part of the experience of being a human. That's the fun part. When you look at life that way, that it's all just part of the experience of being a human, you don't get down about stuff. Like, oh man, this is cool. I'll remember this when I move, maybe when I move on to my next existence. Hey, Sean. Let me get a little. Chuck Sean, how's it going? Super Chat Squad. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Super Chat Squad in the house. Thank you. Says, hey Tim, back when you were in your 20s, did you feel lost? I every now and then I think I might have had some down times, but as a whole, no. Even though I was drinking and making some bad decisions, and if I ever felt kind of down, I think it was because of the drinking. But I still had some really good friends, meaningful work. I liked the people I was working for. Most of my 20s, I worked for old Ray Ray. Lived right next door to him. He made his family feel like my family. So I had love. I had work. Had a lot of fun. So I didn't really feel lost in my 20s. No. And a big part of that is because I did have, a good support system. But there were some moments, consistently making bad decisions, drunk, stuff like that. But as a whole, no, I didn't feel lost. No. Kresnick, yeah, I have a lot of, I don't know if I want to say positive. Okay. I have a lot of fond memories that happened because I was drunk that would not have happened otherwise. Yes. I'd be lying if I didn't say. Yeah, I had a lot of fun memories that happened because I was drinking that I wouldn't have had otherwise. Yeah, totally. No need to lie about it. No, actually, I'm losing weight in life. Part of this is because I used to work really hard and I was like buffed and I ate more. But no, I didn't gain weight after stopping drinking. I have a hypermetabolism, so it's like impossible for me to gain weight. Like I'll get a weight and maintain it, but it's nah. I didn't gain weight. Being in your 30s, 30s are great. My 30s were great. Like I got no complaints about my 30s. I feel like 30s is a really good decade because you got a little age on you, got a little maturity, a little experience, and you haven't hit a lot of the aches and pains we were previously talking about in your 40s. I feel like 30s is a great decade. They're all great, don't get me wrong. I think they all have their pros and cons, but I think 30s is a really like kind of a sweet spot of experience and knowledge, but still like, you're still youthful. I think 30s are great. Yeah, 30s are fun. Yeah, I would never tell anyone I don't tell anybody to like worry about any age, but definitely hitting 30 is a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Yeah, Chuck, I kind of we touched on this a little earlier. Yeah, like there's people that we grew apart because our friendship was based on drinking, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Like I'm not mad at them. I changed. You people aren't when you change, there will be some people who don't come along for the change. I've had friends who changed. I didn't come along for their change. You know what I mean? So yeah, I lost some friends, but you know, I always say this. I'm so blessed to have the friends I have now. I could never be mad about some people I lost, along the way. Oh, I see you living to be happy, fun and sophisticated. Okay. Oh, by the way, living to be happy, you were right. I went and checked on your channel. I was creeping on the channel. Dude, the algorithm is loving those tiny house videos. I see you soon, you know, monetized. Like the algorithm is loving. Yeah. Yeah, congratulations. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. The algorithm is loving those tiny house videos. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One slight and I know you're up there, you may not have good cell, good Wi-Fi, all that type of stuff. One one small thing I'll say, because we're peeps, want to help you out. Your channel page, there's so many different things you can do. A lot of people, if they like your video, they're going to go to your channel page. So like, there's some things you can do your channel page to make it more like subscribe to this channel friendly. I'll say that. But you're rocking, you're killing it, you're killing it, you're killing it. I was so happy. I was like, yes, here we go. Sorry. Jen, honestly, I do think it's like worth it. I think it's personal. But I remember one time my buddy Tony, shout out to T-Bone, worked out with me, and he put together a plan for working out and eating. Like, it was a lot of work to gain weight, but I really liked the results. But it was so much work. He actually ended up like moving or something, and I just wasn't going to do it on my own because I didn't have the focus and the mental fortitude. But yeah, I love the results. But like, it was a lot of protein shakes and eating big meals and creatine and working out, and it was a lot. Like, it was a lot. Like, it was a second job almost. Worth it because I like the results, but like, I think it's kind of personal. Yeah, and the thing with me, I'm not a foodie, so like, I literally just like eat enough to get through the day. Like, but I am feeling like I want to put a few pounds on now. I don't know. When I was skinny but like working, and I was still cool, but now that I'm not like physically working, I don't know. Hey, JQJ, if you want a job, now's the time to get one. You want a job, now's the time to get one. Yeah, living to be happy. I mean, like, the banner, but also like, you have the option to put like a video that is showcased when people come to the channel page, and also you can make like playlists, and have them kind of pop up, and I think that's cool, to have like different playlists, for y'all, like, if having a video showing like what y'all are doing, like the RV stuff, I think would be good. If there was either a channel trailer you make, or just like one of your the RV video you like the most, if that, and it like you can set it to autoplay, so when people go to the channel page, they see that, and then so there's some playlists of like your RV videos, and then your what other video. I think that just kind of allows people to see what the channel's about and what y'all are about, because y'all are like fun and funny and a great couple. I think if people see that when they come to the channel page, if they can get a sense of that, I think a lot more people people are going to be way more inclined to like subscribe. I think if they see more of y'all on the page. Yeah. Because y'all are awesome. Richard's back. Yeah, Eric, nobody wants a job. Yeah, we had a whole stream about that. Hey, Dorian, I appreciate the advice, but like, my buddy Tony was into all that type of stuff, so like, I'm gonna rock with his advice on that. But I appreciate the advice. I think it's different for different body types as well. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. I agree with that, Jawa. Yeah, I agree with that. I was talking about that the other night, and when we were discussing that in the live stream about nobody wanting to work, I think we definitely need some type of outlet, something productive for doing, some type of work, if you have to call it that. But I think a lot of people are realizing they don't want it to be a 9 to 5. And I think it's great. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. H2O could get good. I always get on your name. H2O kid. HTO kid. It's good seeing you. Thanks for checking in. I think you checked in just to see me just like butcher your name. Nah, hey, appreciate you checking in. Good to see you. It's love. Peace, love, and blessings. Right back at you. Yeah, good point. Living to be happy. Yeah, you need to contribute to society some way. Um, and yeah, I think it's great that so many people are realizing it doesn't have to be sitting at the job. You know, a lot of creatives, I feel like, were able to create or pursue their hobbies. You know, and that gives them more joy than a job. And like if they have the money to stay at home for 2 more months and create, do it. You know, like I just think it's crazy that rich people forever have been living the lives of luxury and sitting at the house is okay. But when us regular poor people get to do it, it's a problem. Suddenly we're ruining the economy. Hey, Dr. Corrupt 101. Nice, nice. Haven't drank for 30 days straight. Nice. That's awesome. Dr. Corrupt, that is awesome. That is awesome. That's awesome. Keep it going. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff. Not beating oneself up. Big deal. I think, yeah, that's a big part. Yeah. I know, like, for me, the more I beat myself up, the more I want to drink. You know what I mean? Because it took away that positive energy and momentum I had towards sobriety. I'm beating myself up. I'm down. I'm back in that space where, like, I just want to drink, you know? I see what you're saying. Yeah, Jawa. Yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. You want those outlets, but there's a party who's like, I need to be making money off this. But then once it gets monetized, it ruins it. I feel like that's a creator's like, you know, that's always going to be the issue. You know, I spent a lot of time on this. I probably should make some money off of it, but I start making money off of it. I feel like I'm selling out. I feel like you got to find that balance, you know, if it's possible. And I feel like that's always an issue. Always an issue. Especially things that you're doing solely like it's straight as a hobby. Like the money that gets involved, it gets different. Yeah. Rob, you going back to the truck? Unemployment burned up. Hey, hey, at least you have that option. At least you know what you're doing. That's a good point, Eric. As long as you're paying your taxes, you're contributing to society. Facts. That's a good point. Oh yeah, KY. I will say, and to be honest and fair, yeah, there are a lot of businesses being affected because nobody wants to work. And if you're one of those businesses, obviously it sucks. But I mean, like, I will say once again, the free everyone's always hollering about the free market. That's just the free market when it's working for the rich people. When it's the other way around, you know, I'm not gonna be callous and be like, that's the free market ever. But you know what I mean? But like, I mean, that's just the I would love to see everybody be able to stay home, do what they want to do, and every business stay open. So, you know, I definitely feel for people who do no fault of their own, suddenly can't find an employee in their businesses. That's how they feed their family, and now they're suffering. Um, you know, like it's I don't know, like it's this economy we've built. Um, so I'm all for the people having money and staying at home, but like I still understand it sucks for some people, you know, who just trying to feed their families too. It's a weird, you know, yeah. There's all yeah, it's weird, it's weird. Greed, Mike. That's why 10 to 15% are starved. If that's the numbers, greed. Malik, oh, you say caffeine and coffee gives you edginess that makes you want to drink later on? Possibly, possibly. Yeah, I can see that. Hey, Lou to be happy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hit me up. Hit me up. I was just talking today too about. I was like, man, I still haven't been out to Glacier. I got to go. But yeah, hit me up. Yeah, or I can hit you up. Yeah, yeah. See you later. Thanks for checking in. That is true. Yeah, like and like that's the it's hard to solve systemic issues at the individual level. Um and like I mean that's what makes it so there's so many everybody's got their own story, everybody's got their own issue when it comes to like money and the economy and all that. Like it's and even the whole tear the whole system down, start over would be, which is probably the fix, is going to have a lot of dire consequences with it as well. You know what I mean? So like that's just not going to be a party. Revolution never is. So yeah, it just I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like that's yeah, it's that's why I can't get too worked up over social issues, because a lot of times there is no easy fix. We're humans, we do certain things, it leads to certain things. Sometimes it sucks for us, sometimes it's good for us. It is what it is. Got to navigate this human existence best way we can, Joseph, I definitely agree. They need to no, I agree, but slightly disagree. They need to start teaching kids to manage their finances in middle school. 7th grade, 6th grade, middle school. But they don't want to do that because then you won't blow your money and send it up the pyramid. Nakai, I do think the monetary system will be digital eventually. I do. Yeah, they're heading that way. And why wouldn't they go? I mean, everything's going digital. 2 seconds, folks. I knew once I started, I was just going to keep having to drain it. Okay. Hey, Rich John, at least you're having you know what I mean? At least you're having some good days. Every day you don't drink's a win, Just keep it going, man. Hey, work the process. Every day you don't drink is a win, Malik, I like all types of music. Country, rap, hip hop. Not really big in R&B, but like classic rock. Yeah, I like all types of music. I've been on my 80s rap music here lately. I've listened to a lot of Kumo D, JJ Fad. Crazy. I closed the door again. You're right. Thank you. It's habit. It's habit. That's how much of an introvert I am. My door is always closed. This is the longest I've had my door open since I lived here. And I've lived here, even when no one's home, my door is closed. I've lived here over a year. My door is always open. Yeah. Jed said Bitcoin is dead. Are you crazy, Jed? We're not going there. We're not going there. Okay, we'll go there. Dude, Bitcoin, in my opinion, we haven't seen anywhere near the highs to where Bitcoin is going to go. I've been doing my research. See, I do my research. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's doing my research. Welcome to Tim's first. I already got one. It's called Firm Money. I just, haven't started on it. I already got one. Because I identified that, I'm all about living free, and like we need to learn to like live free financially in our financial life as well. So yeah, I definitely think we are moving towards the digital age. In short of governments coming out and banning cryptos, I think they're going to be around for a while. But I will say governments could come around and ban them when they do their own digital currency, like they're going to. Lo-fi life, what's up? Yeah, I'm doing good. Hey, no problem. No problem. You're welcome. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Make my own coin. Yeah, Dr. Crow. I just rent a room. You think I'm paying full price for rent for my own place? In Bozeman, like if I was somewhere else, I probably would, but in Bozeman, I can't afford. I'm not gonna pay the money they want for a 1 bedroom. So yeah, I just rent a room. I've rented rooms for years, man. That's how you save money. No, I don't play any instruments, Malik. Nah, I'm nah. Got my Tim coin. Hey, if I come out with one, y'all be the first to know. I'll promise to give y'all a price break. Promise to give y'all a price break. If I come out with Tim coin, it'd be called like the Dauphin coin or something, though. The dolphin coin. Y'all know me. My nicknames. Truth coin. So, ooh, I like that. Truth coin. Sober coin. There we go. Can't put a price on sober. That'd be the tagline. Can't put. Or is there already a sober coin? If not, that'd be a good one. Sober coin. Can't put a price on it. Oh, that's awesome, Malik. Stop drinking. Back practicing guitar. Nice. A lot of talk about getting arrested in the UK. I missed how we got here. Hey, I say keep it going. No shade. I'm just sometimes I'll miss the beginning of a conversation and I'll just catch like the middle. I'm like, what are we talking about? How did we get here? Hey, Julian. Hey, you'll start collecting them sober coins starting tomorrow. Let's go. Or today. Let's go. No, I didn't see that corrosion. I didn't see that corrosion. I don't know what the Henry what the Henry. I don't know what that is, Rich. Y'all. I went to Canada once when I was like 5. I don't really remember it. Wasn't Rachel Hart just in the chat earlier? Books I read. Oh, I don't have my recommended books list in the link. Letting Go. Actually, I got them right here. I think. Actually, well, no. These are two different ones. This isn't Letting Go. Hold on. Where is Letting Go? One I recommend all the time, Letting Go. The Pathway of Surrender. One of the best books I've read. Long time. Letting Go. And then The Untethered Soul, Michael Singer. I always recommend these two books, but life-changing. Life-changing, like for real. So yeah, always recommend those books for good reason. You got a friend who's a street performer, a busker in New Orleans, makes a lot of money. Nice. I can believe it. Tom Kennedy too. What's up? Good to see you. The Lo-Fi Life. Yeah, it's on my list to get the podcast going. I might just make it like the Tim Talk podcast. You know what I mean? The Tim Talks. I don't know, but I mean, it's not going to be anything super fancy. But I do need to at least once a week drop a podcast episode. I need to get the podcast game. So yeah, that's coming. That's coming. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you saying that, Kentucky Teen Wildlife. Thank you. I think a lot of corrupt stuff happens with money, light free. Yeah. Oh, Henry is a high earner, not rich yet. Oh, I got you. I got you. Caillou, Caillou. Actually, I can put the name of the books in the. I usually have the. I usually have the links in the thing, but I put my other description. My one description box is super long, so I've been putting my short one in there. Yeah, I think everybody knows Eckhart Tolle, Nikaya. Yeah, I was actually listening to The Power of Now the other night. Tim Talk X. Eric 7. When I was drinking, it was every day. Like, let's get it. You go. I mean, it wasn't getting wasted every night. I mean, I would get. I have a good buzz going. I would say I drank myself to sleep because I have a good buzz and then pass out. But yeah, it was seven. 24/7, 365. Let's go. See, Bar, yeah, we still here. We still here. Yeah, Mike. Hey, I appreciate you saying that. The book definitely needs to happen. Definitely needs to. It needs to happen. It's going to happen. I may be saying that for years, but it's going to happen. Oh, Jed, I definitely manifest things as we all can. I definitely manifest things as we all can. Big believer in manifestation. Like, we're tapped into the fabric of the. Come on, like, how could we not manifest things? We are the universe. We're of the universe. We are the universe. We're tapped into universal power. How do things happen? If we're not out here manifesting things, something is making things happen. Why would it not be us? What else would it be? So yeah, I definitely in my life, who else would be making things happen? I don't think we look at it that way. I think we think like, oh, there's just outside forces, and yeah, some things are beyond our control. But like in my life, doesn't it make sense that I would be the main manifester? Yeah, so I manifest stuff all the time. Ask can everyone. Hey, Alpha, go to Australia. I promise you can go to Australia. Not a lot of money. Go for it. Ashley's back. Had to handle some business. Elia, I don't regret my drinking days. No. I mean, I love my life now, so I don't know if I would be who I am now and living the life that I'm living now if I hadn't gone through that. You know what I mean? So like, no, I don't regret them. Like I just try not to like have regret about life. The only regrets I have is when I like harmed people or did things to people that weren't very nice because I was drunk. And even that it's a regret level just because like yeah I don't like being that guy. But even I realize even in those situations maybe that was something they had to go through to get them to where they're. You know what I mean? So like I don't really. I think you can spend a lifetime regretting and just replaying parts of your life. It's not healthy. So like, no, I don't really regret it. Like it was what it was. It was part of my life. I had a lot of fun. And also, a lot of pain was involved. So like, I feel like it kind of balances itself out. I feel like a lot of times in life we regret stuff and we beat ourselves up. But I feel like I paid and am still paying probably bodily, physically for all those years of drinking. So like, I don't really beat myself up about it or really regret it. Like it's just something that happened. It's part of my life. Hey, Hallback, see you later. Appreciate you saying that. Thank you. No, I've never been to Europe, Dr. Corrupt. I'd love to go one day. Jet, I don't have any videos on like manifesting. No, I don't. I should. Those videos always get tons of views. I should do something, but I don't. No problem, Ashley. We're still talking about prison. Okay. Martin, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. Still manifesting the best version of yourself as we speak. Only us individuals can change ourselves. Awesome. Facts, truth. I like once you realize that and you get to that level in life, I think your life changes. We're kind of just taught to like, oh, you just got to roll with the punches. Whatever happens, happens. Which that is true. But you also need to say the other side. Yes, there will be some things in life that are beyond your control. You have to roll with the punches. But there's a lot of it that you determine the punch. And I think no one tells us that. And, most people just grow up feeling like, they're on the wrong side of the tracks and the wrong side of the 8 ball. And like bad stuff happens and I'm just unlucky. Stop. We have power in our lives. I believe. Retired 2019 coming through. Thank you. Thank you so much. The continued support. It's a donation to the Timothy Ward show. Nice. I appreciate that. I seen you over on No Camp Fans channel showing love to him as well. I thought that was super cool. Made me happy, showing love to my boy, so appreciate you coming through. Thank you. Eric, no, I never got the shakes. No. I rarely ever had any physical. Every now and then when I was in the middle of just like really drinking hard, I would start feeling like a little off around 4 or 5 o'clock when I knew it was about time to drink. And I would take like some time off until it went away. So I never really had like the big physical withdrawals. Halvax, thank you. Appreciate that. Super Chat Squad. International Super Chat Squad. Follow quickly by Ivan. Thank you. Choo. I appreciate that. Ivan Freener coming through says, I finally got 68 days under me sober. Hard because I run into party people from the past. They ask me to come drink and do drugs with them and ask to hang. What do I do? Live in a small town? Hey, that the small town part definitely makes it hard. You run into people, people who know you from your past don't automatically want to party with you again. They enjoyed kicking it with your party. You did the drugs. One extreme thing I'll say is, moving could help, but that's extreme. That might not be an option. I would say getting the word out as much as possible might help some. Just letting people know, hey, I can't do it no more. I can't, and it's hard sometimes because like you don't want to come from that place of like weakness. I just can't drink no more. You know what I mean? But it's sometimes like, hey, I can't do it no more. I'm not drinking. Even if you have to say something like, I'm not drinking right now. If it changes, I might get back. But basically, like I would try to get the message out there. Not saying you would drink again, but like sometimes if you tell people I'm done drinking, then you get a lot of this pushback. I know for me, I'll just tell people if someone doesn't know me and they say, hey, you want to go? I was like, oh, I don't drink. And I kind of say it in a way that they think I've just never drank. I used to tell people, oh, I drink. I used to drink a lot and stuff. And then like I got the pushback. So like sometimes if you can just, you don't always have to be like, yeah, I'm done drinking. Those days are over. If you can just get out there, you're not currently drinking, maybe they won't push back as much. And then maybe once enough people hear, especially if you're in a small town, enough people like, you heard Ivan ain't drinking right now? Maybe it'll get around and people stop bothering you, But I feel like I would just try to like get the word out. Hey, I'm not drinking right now. Whatever, reason you come up with, maybe they'll leave you alone. But it's got to be hard. You run into these people, they're about to head down to the bar and parties, people you party. It is hard. That is part of the sobriety struggle, But the good thing is I will say that like over time, people stop. Over time, people will get it and just be like, oh, okay. They might talk crap, blah, blah, blah. That's what I think is good too. Like whatever you can say to kind of get them to just leave you alone for a while, right now, eventually they'll get the memo and just be like, oh, he don't even party. They're going to talk trash. He don't even party. He can't, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it is hard when people are constantly coming to you, but it can be overcome. And 68 days is awesome. 68 days is awesome. You're well on your way. Keep it going. Worst case scenario, like I said, move. No, I'm joking. Appreciate that, Ivan. Appreciate that, Holvex. Super Chat Squad. Thank you. Well, I'm behind on these. Where was I at in the comments? Kresnik, I don't know. Like, I have no data to definitively say there is reincarnation. I personally think that the energy that makes up my consciousness, the me that is aware that there's a me, I think that lives on. The energy behind that lives on. Beyond that, I don't really know. I don't really know. Still talking about prisons. Comfort zone. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm accepting the peace and blessings, sending them right back to you. Thank you. I'm reading the comments. Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, Crystal. People always want to get nosy when when it comes to sobriety. So I learned. I'm just like, yeah, I don't drink. Or just say, whatever can just something quick and easy, get them, pacify them. Because I used to go into the whole, because like I'll be honest, even though I stopped drinking, part of my identity was still with being a drunk. You know what I mean? Because that's what I did for so long. So in the beginning, when I drank, I thought I had to tell people, oh, I used to drink though. Now I realize, don't even say nothing. Yeah, I don't drink no more. Every now and then someone will catch me. Well, not catch me, but like I was recently working a job through like the temp app agency or whatever. And I'd said something about they were hungover. And I was like, man, if you know how, I was like, it's not a problem. I've been at work hungover so many times. Like, trust me, I get it. And so later we found like some wine or something in the room. They're like, oh, you want this wine? And I was like, I don't drink. And they were like, and I was like, oh, I had to give it up. Because like they had heard me say things to know I had drank in the past. So I had to follow it up. But I was just like, oh, I had to give it up. And they were kind of like, oh, okay. But I'm learning to just like keep it moving, no explanation. Don't go too in depth. Just keep it moving and let people just like, oh, okay. Because if you say, oh, I was drinking and this, blah, blah, someone's going to be like, oh, you can still drink. You just don't need to jump. It's going to get, yeah, okay. Alien Element, you went over Shorty's house, stayed sober. Nice. But then you caught the flu, had to stay home and drink again. I mean, it's weird. Alien, it's weird, the triggers and what makes us drink. Like, it's crazy. It's weird. Which, I mean, is good because I think, like, the longer you go, the more you identify, like, different triggers and you can prepare for it. But, yeah, there'll be some things, like, you'll be totally like, oh, man, I'm probably going to want to drink with that. And you weather that storm, and then something will come out of, like, left field, and you'll drink, and you'll be like, what? It's crazy. It's crazy. The things that make us drink. But hey, you're gonna get back to it. You're gonna get back to it. Teresa P, what's up? What's up? What's up? Teresa P, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the community. That is awesome. 3 years sober. Same here. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hardcore drinking, now you're free. Nice. And it is freedom. It is freedom. That's good to hear. Thanks for sharing. Welcome. Hope you stick around for a while. Yeah, it is freedom. It is freedom. Get that monkey off your back. You're living your life. Your life is yours. Your time is yours. Your money's yours. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna be rich. I like that, the way you got it separated. Yeah, back then I was getting sick because I was drinking. So once I stopped drinking, I didn't get sick no more. Yeah, so in that aspect, yeah. Simple Natural Black Life. How's it going? Good to see you. That's a good point too, Crescent. Yeah, you treat something as no big deal. Other people kind of pick up on that. They do too. When you try to hide stuff or you treat it like a big deal, or people will pick up on your energy around it. So yeah, if you're just like, yeah, people will just like, oh, okay. Yeah. Nakia, see you later. You're welcome. You try to lose weight, people try to offer you food. People are weird, Crystal. We humans are weird. We humans are weird, man. Raul, honestly, it's time. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna stop the cravings in a short period of time. It's going to take, and I was saying this, if you think about how long we've engaged in certain activities like drinking, it should take just as long to stop it. It doesn't, but that kind of gives you an idea, makes you realize, like, yeah, if I've been drinking for 4 years, the cravings are it's going to take longer than a month for the cravings to go away, probably. You know what I mean? Like you don't stop the cravings, they just dissipate. There's nothing you can do to stop craving other than not drinking so that the cravings dissipate over time. But like there's nothing, we put in, we got history of drinking. Your body's used to it. Your brain's used to it. Like there's nothing you can do to stop it except not drinking and allowing the cravings to dissipate, as far as I know. Oh, glad. Hey, Teresa, you stand. Awesome. Corrosion, I was mainly a beer drinker. A lot of people give me flack for that too. You weren't a real drinker. You just drank beer. Mainly a beer drinker because I knew if I drank liquor, bad stuff would happen. So, I mean, I would sometimes. Actually, pretty regular. But, I mean, like, if I was at the club, I usually have, shots or something. But, like, yeah, it was mainly beer. Yeah, Wale, be glad. Be glad, And I appreciate you showing support, even though, you say, hey, nothing I ever really experienced. I appreciate you showing support. A lot of people don't do that. So I appreciate that. Yeah, Aylin, get the girl, get sober. You got this. You got this. You got this. No, Richard, I didn't start dashing yet. No, I need to. I got to. You gave up drinking. Your ex used it as proof that something was wrong with you, that she left you and blamed you. I know this is very cliche to say, but you're probably better off. I know that doesn't help the pain, but you probably better off. She does something like that. Bob T, hey, I definitely see that TikTok can get people locked in. I feel like anything could be an addiction, but yeah, I can definitely see TikTok getting you locked in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kresnik, people will judge you on yeah. People will judge you on what you drink. Yeah, it's weird. Once again, and we're very judgy. Anything you can, you go like, man, drinking is ruining my life. I just got a car accident, got a DUI, my boyfriend left me, anything. And then people find out you drink beer. They're like, oh, you ain't no real drinker. You ain't you ain't got problems. Bro, did you just hear all the stuff that, like, yeah, people are weird. Alexander, that's awesome. That's awesome. Checking in from Tennessee, 10 months sober. That's awesome. That's awesome. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Working at corrections life. Okay. Hey. Joe, I had to delete TikTok. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's another one too, just like different substances affect us different. Like different social media affects people different. You know, some people just they get one of them they're on, they can't get off. Other people can get on there and be like, this is dumb. Yeah. I definitely think TikTok it does its job. Like it tries to keep you on TikTok. It does its job. All right, let's check it in. What is up? What is up? Good to see you, my man. What's up? What's up? How's it going? How's the fam? Hope you're good. Hope you're good. I feel like, yeah, social media is another one of those things that like can have some very positive effects. Can be great, but yeah, it can also be very bad. And I feel like social media is not good or bad. It's just how we use it. Water, if you drink it, is great. If you jump in it and can't swim, it's horrible. You know what I mean? Like, water, if you drink it, is great. If it comes up in your house, through the floorboards, it's bad. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like social media just is, and it's kind of how we use it. Though I will say, you do have to factor in that with social media, sometimes there is some obvious behind the scenes like manipulation to make you stay tuned into it. But I mean, I think you just gotta be responsible, You can overdose on anything. I can believe you could overdose on water and die. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. What's in here? What is happening? Water. Woo. Wow. What is happening? I think there's some pulp in there or something. Gee. Devin, stopped smoking 2 days ago. Awesome. Keep it up. Keep it up. Nah, Ricky, that's not Kool-Aid. That's a V8 Splash. Fruit medley. $2.08 for 64 ounces at the Winco Foods. Yeah, that was the proof of point that you could OD on anything could be harmful. V8 Splash tastes great. But if you woo. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, man, who put something in my drinks? But nah, I think it's just woo. There we go. We're back. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. I'm okay, Mellow Ray. We good. Appreciate the concern. Yeah, we good. We back. I saw this smoke in the air, and I don't know. That was probably a good one. I probably need to cough up whatever that was. Ooh, here we go. 10 hours. If I ever do a 10-hour live stream, who knows? Charlie Flashbacks. Hey. I appreciate that. Said preach. I definitely will. I appreciate that, Charlie. Super Chat Squad. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate the support. We're here. The choking will not stop the preaching. We're gonna keep going. We're definitely gonna keep going. I appreciate that support. Thank you so much. That's love. Thank you. Whew. I actually feel better though. I feel like I got something off my chest, like physically, literally. If you don't hear from me again, yeah, somebody put some tablets or something in my V8 Splash. Can't have nothing. Now, $2.08, folks. 64 ounces. This water is like $1, so yeah. Make sure I missed nobody's comments while I was joking. I missed nobody's comments while I was joking out here in these streets. Hey, Angela, and that's the move right there. You go through somebody who's struggling with drinking. I think listening to them, being there for them, best thing you can do. Because there's really not a lot you can say. A lot of times people want to talk to you and they mean well, but like, what can you say? If someone's struggling with alcohol, they know more than someone who's not the downside of it. So just listen when he needs it, be there for him. That's the best thing. I know it's hard, you know what I mean, to see it, trust me, I got friends, same thing. But yeah, that's really all you can do is just be there for the person. And trust me, even if it seems like they aren't listening or they're not, that it doesn't mean anything, it does. Because a lot of times, you spend 2 hours listening to someone and trying to be there for them about drinking, and the next night they go out and get wasted again. You're like, why did I even waste my 2 hours? But trust me, it helps that person. It means something. It may not be enough to totally alter their behavior at the moment, but it does mean something for them. Trust me, it helps. Dr. Krupp, I am in Montana. Israel, nice. 81 days clean. That's awesome. Went to treatment, nice. Hey, do what you got to do. Dang, you used to have to drink vodka to start your morning? Wow. Hey, that's hardcore. So that's awesome. That is awesome. Keep it going. See, that's what I love to hear. See you later, Mello. Hey, Ivan, I might take you up on that one day. Just pop up out of nowhere, upstate New York. I need to get to New York. I actually do. I haven't been. I went there when I was 5. Same trip when I went to Canada, and I haven't been back. And I was like, I need to. New York's on my list of places to visit sometime soon. So I appreciate you saying that, Ivan. Thank you. Yeah, you see how easy it is to be taken out? You just sip a little V8. Next thing you know, you're gone. Live your life, folks. A bottle of V8 could take you out. Not even a bottle. The bottom remnants of a V8 Splash fruit medley drink could take you up out of here. Live your life. Every day, do things you want to do. You know how many days we go through life haven't done anything we want to do? Just doing things we felt we had to do. There's nothing you have to do. Irene, what's up? Good to see you. How are you? Good to see you. Work with Irene a couple different places, a couple of different seasonal jobs. See you later, Ashley. Jawa, I'm trying these days I'm trying to schedule my live streams, and I'm trying to do 2-3 a week. It's probably some days I get my bag, some weeks I get my bag, and it's like 4 or 5. But I'm shooting for 3 a week or so, maybe 4, 3 or 4 a week. We'll say that, yeah. Dr. Crow, I want to do Europe one day, but it's kind of lower on my list than some other places. So it might be a while. But I will definitely holler back. I'll let y'all know when I'm headed across the pond. But I got some Southeast Asia to do. I want to do South America. I want to try some of the cheaper places before Europe, because Europe is a little pricier, But it's on the list. I want to see the whole world. And there's some places in Europe I definitely want to see, but we'll see. We'll see if we're blessed to be able to travel to all the places that we want to. See what life has in store. But yeah, I'll let you know if we go to Europe. Yeah, Alpha Training in a New York. What does that even mean? Where did that saying come from? A New York minute. Because I'm from down bottom, so we're not. New York isn't the fondest. That when you're from down south, like especially them old school Southern boys, them Southern good old boys, that's like an insult if you say New York minute. That's a problem. Where's that come from? Corrosion. Yeah, I think that V8 was too healthy for me. Too much. You know, just too much health hit me. Too much health hit me at one time. Couldn't deal with it. Hey, Wavy, that's awesome. 72 hours without tobacco. Let's go. That's awesome. That's awesome. Keep it going. What is that, like 3 days? 3 days? Nice. 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 Gonna take your wife on a trip, 10-year anniversary. Nice. 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 Aylin, you in Germany? Okay. 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 How is Germany expensive? Is it expensive? Jim, that's good, Wavy. If that's the longest of 10 years, that makes it even better. That makes it even better. Setting records. Let's go. Setting life records. Let's go. Setting life records. We sit around and watch the Olympics, world records. We're setting our own life records out here. That's awesome. Let's go. Oh, Angela says things happen quick back east. You're right. We're a little more mellow. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense, Angela. The fast pace. Gotcha. Hey, no problem, Wavy. I appreciate you coming through and giving us the updates. Yeah. Where I'm from down south. Yeah, you know, them good old boys. You don't, you know, you say you better say you from New Jersey. Same area, but you say you're from New York, people are like, oh. Even New Jersey, they're gonna be like Yankee. You get back in them Florida and them Georgia woods, them boys ain't forgot. You know what I mean? Them boys on a whole different type of time down there when it comes to regions. California is another one. They're not really. You know, you from California, they're not really thrilled. John, hey, 4 days trying to make it 5. Let's go. That's what we're here for, to help people tonight. Make it another W, another win. Let's go. Let's get it. Going on 5. Hey, man, dude, just the energy that comes off. Hearing people talk about sobriety and not drinking and the time they got in, beautiful. The energy is I'm big on energy. Like, the energy is great. The energy just makes me so happy. It feels like it's later than 8 o'clock. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing post stream. I already got dinner. I got a couple salads in there. Got like a hoagie. What else I got in there? We went shopping. We went dinner shopping before the stream. What else do I have in there? I don't think I have anything desserty though. Yeah, I got more. Oh, this is what I'm going to tell y'all. I don't know why this didn't pop up earlier. Remember I've been telling y'all I was going to start like eating healthier and doing like the smoothies or the shakes. My blender came in and I finally took it out the box. Yeah, we're going to start doing the shakes in the morning. Yeah. And I already went and got stuff too. So I might do a video. I don't know. The kitchen is, maybe I need to clean the kitchen up a little, but I might do it. But yeah, I got all the stuff to do shakes. I had one the other day, loved it. So I should have mentioned that earlier. Yeah, so we'll start doing the shakes in the morning. Yeah, like the smoothies. Yeah. Hey, John, that's what I'm here for. Sobriety motivation. You know, I'm loving the fact that the algorithm is liking the videos too. So he's popping in front of people. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Glad it's helping. Joe, yeah, someone mentioned earlier, I'm not a foodie. In the mornings, I do not want to eat breakfast. So I'm hoping that the smoothies will help me to because I'll go all morning without eating anything, you know? So I'm hoping the smoothies will help me to get the calories and nutrients I need in the morning. Whisper of Love, good to see you as well. I would imagine unsweetened tea is probably better for you. I don't know how much better, but I'd imagine unsweetened tea is probably better. Oh, yeah, I think the shakes will help me put on some weight too. Because yeah, I mean, I there'll be days when I know I need to eat because I'm super hungry, and it's 1 o'clock and I still haven't eaten. So having something on my stomach every morning, I think it'll be good. Lost one. That's awesome. That you're feeling great and grateful. Not that you had a rough day, but I love the attitude. That's great. You know what I mean? When you can have a tough day and still feel grateful, that's the beauty of gratitude. No matter what, there's something to be grateful for. So it's awesome. You're feeling great and grateful. Yeah, man. And hopefully, tomorrow will not be as tough a day. The price we pay for the great days is the tough days, the hard days. So yeah, if you can get through them and still be in a good mood, let's go. Let's go. Good to see you. Richard, you better get up there and get that peak pay. Get that peak pay. And you're welcome, John. Yeah, something about your Black Life. I had one the other day. I messed it up because I put too much protein powder in it, so it was thicker than I wanted it to be. But it tasted really good. I didn't drink the whole thing because it was thicker than it should be. And it took me a while to realize, you should have put less protein powder. But I think my next one, the one I make tomorrow, is going to be bomb. It's going to be on point. But I liked it. I like the taste. Whisper of Love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Super Chat Squad. Whisper of Love. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the one I make tomorrow is going. Like, I have to get my mixture down. I have to get my, my concoction and my portions and my, I got to get my. I was trying to do a reference and I can't think of what I'm trying to say. I got to get my mix down, and then I'll maybe do a video. Is Germany expensive for traveling? For the traveler? What's the hostel game like? Wale, I do not have any pets. No, I don't have the pet gene. I don't really understand why people have pets. It seems like a lot of money and trips to the vet for nothing. For like, what do you get in return? People say unconditional love. My thing is like, is that real love then? If the pet can't not love you? Like if somebody else was to pick that pet up from the pound or whatever, they would be giving that person unconditional love. So is it really love if it's just like, I like the fact that real love between humans is conditional. You do the wrong stuff, you're out. You know what I mean? So unconditional love, is that what void is that feeling? I don't know. It's companionship. Maybe that's it. But maybe because I'm such an introvert, I like being alone. I don't care about the companionship. But no, I don't have any pets. Hey, Lost One. Thank you. I appreciate that. Super Chat Squad. I appreciate the continued support, Lost One. You've come through several times, thrown down some serious cash. So thank you. Says, thanks, man. Hope everything is well for you and all the chat. Yeah, I'm good. Blessed. Ups and downs in life as always. But I'm getting over, kind of it's smoky here in Montana because of the fires in Helena and other places. So for a while there, I was kind of, kind of under. We're getting back up, feeling better. Been going out to eat with friends, enjoying life. So I'm good. Thank you. Oh, Joseph said the unconditional love you give to the pet is rewarding. Okay. I never thought about that way, Joseph. I never thought about that way. Okay. I see you. Okay. That makes, okay. I just got schooled. I like that. Thank you. Thank you for that, Joseph. I never looked at it that way. Yeah, I'll be in Phoenix in November. Oh yeah. I'll be in Phoenix in November. It is going to be the event of the year when I'm in Phoenix. Abby's getting married. I'm gonna be there. Clean. Whoo! I haven't even bought my suit yet, but I know I'm gonna be clean. So yeah, I'll be in Phoenix in November. Yeah, Kresnik, maybe it's just one of those things. Some people get it, some people don't. It's the same with kids. I don't see the return on kids. Maybe you have to have one to get it. I don't know. I just don't see the point. I'm good. Yeah, Mike, worker shortage. You got to wait in line at the fast food place. At the coffee place, I'll be in line like 30 minutes. You go at the wrong. If you go early enough in the morning, you're good, or late in the afternoon. But if you go at like 8:30, man, the line to get coffee is wrapped. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh yeah, speaking spot tonight, Dustin. Cool, cool, cool. How'd it go? How'd it go? I agree with your first comment. Let's rule. Yes. uh, Germany's cheap for Germany is cheap for travel. Okay. Yeah, I citizen shipper. No, travel cruise. I haven't tried that. See, Dustin, life works to get sobriety chat, get called in to go. Telling you, it all works together. Oatmeal cream pie, yeah, it's a weight, man. It's a weight. Especially when you like normally that place, I would just go in and maybe there'd be 2 3 cars, but now it literally is like the one coffee place I go to so bad, like the cars wrap around so far that it stops being clear where the cars need to go to line up. So like they'll be say this is the line here, there'll end up being cars going this way and cars going that way, and like people start getting it gets yeah, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. It's bad. I always tip really good because I know the people working in there, the baristas. Is that a gender neutral word? Are there male baristas and female baristas? Good question. But yeah, I know they're struggling. Greg Powers, I appreciate that. Thank you, Greg. The continued support. You always coming through. I appreciate that, Greg. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Thank you, Greg. Dr. Corrupt, I do not have, if you mean, am I in a relationship with the female right now? No. No. Actually, I don't date all that much. Open to it, but, doesn't seem to happen much. But no, I'm currently single. Hey, Hank's History, that's awesome. About to buy booze, control yourself. Hey, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Oh, Dustin, you shout out my channel out? Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's love. Thank you. Yeah, Dustin, I guess I could go in and get my coffee, but I honestly think it would probably be even a longer wait inside, though. But yeah, I guess I could. Robert, I have a coffee pot. I just don't. I have a coffee pot, but all I have is decaf coffee. And honestly, even when I had regular coffee, all I have is decaf now. But even when I had regular coffee, like for me, part of my morning experience is getting coffee. I used to walk down to the gate. Like it's always part of my morning experience is getting coffee. It's got some days I don't even really want coffee. It's just part of the morning experience. Today I went to the town pump gas station. They gave me free coffee. I went in, I got the coffee. He was like, just the coffee? I was like, yeah. He was like, have a good day. Like they nice in Montana. That's what I'm talking about. They're nice in Montana. The man just gave me free coffee. Nothing. I've only been in that store like 3 times, literally. He just gave me free coffee. I was like, oh, nice. Not much weight in Arizona. Oh, maybe y'all kept a lot of your workers. Yeah, it's just here. Like, yeah, a lot of people not working. Yeah, Joseph, I do that sometimes. I'll just like I did this morning. Just went by the gas station. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but I and like a lot of like I like finding one place and going there pretty regular. So the City Brew up here by my house, like I like going to because like I know some of the people, and I like to support. So I like to donate. I'm not called donate, tip. I like to tip. So most mornings I like to go up there and like I like to vote with my money. So I like that place. They got good employees. I like to go through there. But yeah, some days I'm like, nope. Some days I'll go to the other City Brew. It's usually not as bad. Yeah. Some days I'll just go to the gas station. Corrosion. Thank you. I appreciate that. Super Chat Squad. Go. Or does that say GG? Okay. I see you, Hippo. They really need to come up with that sticker wallet so I can put all my stickers somewhere and show how many stickers I get. Thank you. I appreciate that. Super Chat Squad. Thank you, Corrosion. See you later, Dr. Corrupt. And see you later, Jawa. Thank you. Appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Richard said it's almost always faster to go inside. Okay, cool. El Patrino, have a good one. Look at Dustin being fancy. Iced caramel macchiato with extra shot of espresso. Fancy. Oh, yeah, I definitely think they're as hurt as a lot of employees are, because there's not a lot employers are because there's not a lot of employees showing up. They're definitely calling up the robot and the AI, factories. Yeah, I think they were going that way anyway. This will probably speed it up. I agree. Dustin, you ain't gonna know what wedding I'm at. Not gonna be able to wedding crash. You're not gonna know where I'm at. They serve beer at your Taco Bell, Mike? Wow. Madness. You gotta get people to work somehow. Codus, I'm reading your comment. Yeah. I just don't talk on some of that stuff but yeah, I got you. Yeah, Bullet. I was wondering that too. Where you live at? Where they do that at, Mike? Beer at the Taco Hut. What are we doing? Yeah, I'm with you, Dustin. Yeah, that's how they get the employees to come back. We got drinks. Drink all night. You already smoking all night. It's Taco Bell. You know they smoking. Oh, root beer. Root beer. He was talking about root beer, folks. Talking about root beer. My head hurts. No, I'm just... We are definitely living through some interesting times. Wow, that was you I don't know that sentence, Robert. You put a little too many I don't know, frothy head son. Oh, I don't know if that's yeah. You watch a little too much Pornhub. The peak pay orders died. Bullet 40. Wow, Bullet 44. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So you're inspirational, my man. And how you stay positive regardless. Good vibes. Hey, one of the best things I learned in recent years is the staying positive. Oh, I was actually reading a chapter. Hang on. Super Chat Squad. Thank you, Bullet 44. For some reason, I'm having to use the bathroom a lot today. Bear with me. I'm gonna run there, and then there's something I want to share in this book right here. Hang on. Thank you, Super Chat Squad. I gotta mute it, or people will talk. Some days, boy, it's just like as soon as you crack the seal. Anyway, where was I at? The Path of Unconditional Happiness is the name of the chapter, and one of the things like I loved, and I feel like happiness, positivity, kind of the same thing. So your comment reminded me of that, Bullet 44, because I definitely try to stay positive regardless, and that's what this chapter is talking about. Like, it says it boils down to, do you want to be happy or do you not want to be happy? It's really that simple. Once you make the choice, your path through life becomes totally clear. And like, it's really that like simple if you think about it. Do we want to be happy or not be happy? If you say I want to be happy, well then spend the rest of our lives trying to be happy, like no matter what happens. I'm trying to think of some other. I got to highlight it. It's a good chapter. I got to highlight it. But yeah, definitely, this is a good book. This is a good book. But I mean, it just goes into breakdown. Like, yeah, so often we think that like, what is on my? We think that like our positivity, or our happiness, is dependent on outside factors, and it's really not. Because what we do is these outside things happen, and then I close the door again, not getting the AC. Because what we do is basically things happen, and then we decide how it makes us feel or how we're going to react to them. And you can decide in any situation to stay positive. You can decide in any situation to still be as happy as possible. And a lot of times we just roll with the punches, basically, and just like, oh, if something bad happens, obviously, people will tell you, I love to stay happy, but this just happened to me. I'd love to stay positive, but my car just broke down. And it's like, yeah, in that instance, it might be a little more work, but you can still stay positive. At least you still got feet to walk. You know what I mean? Like it's yeah, at least you weren't in the car when it blew up. I mean, I know the car didn't blow up really, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you get to a point where it's just like, I'm gonna be as positive and as happy as possible in every situation, like, yeah, it becomes like second nature. Like, you don't even have to, you have to work at it, but like you don't have to think about it. You just know. Something happens, you feel yourself kind of, then you're like, nope, got to stay positive, So yeah. And it's a beautiful way to live. And I definitely feel like it does, kind of like the book says, like it kind of frees you up, I feel like, from worrying as much about what happens, because you already know what your reaction is going to be. It does not matter what happens to me. Granted, there are some things, lots of things I hope don't happen to me, but I know I'm going to stay as positive as I can. I'm going to be as happy as I can in the midst of those things. Like, the book gives an example of, he was like, if they lock you up and you're innocent, he's like, you can find happiness in, being like, he said Gandhi, but I'll say like Nelson Mandela. They lock you up and you're innocent. You can find some level of happiness in like, hey, they locked Nelson Mandela up for 20 years. Hey, I'm doing the same thing. No matter what happens, even if it's not the best situation, you can be happy. You can stay positive. It's our decision. Sorry, I went on a little rant there. Oh, the book title. That's once again, The Untethered Soul. Sorry. Michael Singer. I usually have the link in the description. I didn't today. Actually, I can put it. Tim, you're live. You can put it in there. Hold on. Where's my where's that? There we go. There we go. Yeah, great book. Great book. Ben, glad you're in a better mood. I'm getting like dry. Like, I'm talking. Even with all the water I drink, I think I should be drinking more water. I think I don't drink enough water. Even with all the water I drink, I think that does your metabolism affect how you like get rid of water? Because I feel like I get rid of water very quickly as well. Yeah, self-care boss, like that was something that like was very eye-opening to me, because I'm like, yeah, like we decide, how we're going to view things and how we're going to react to them. Like, no one does that for you. Like, society kind of makes you think, oh, if certain things happen, you need to be in a bad mood. Our whole life, we've seen certain things happen and everybody was in a bad mood. But I promise you, if all of us were raised by like monks who didn't react to things, we wouldn't react to certain things we react to. If you were raised by monks and they were very just stoic and calm and very zen, a lot of the things we jump out the window over, we wouldn't react to, because we would have never seen anyone do it. Something would happen and people would be like, oh my God, it's horrible. And you'd be like, I don't understand. So much of it is upbringing, So much of it is like programming. And a lot of it is not like malicious programming. No one sat there and was like, "Ooh, I'm going to make it so that you react to this." But it's just like, that's what we've always seen. We just think it's normal. And then one day you realize, like, oh, that doesn't have to be that way. I'm in control. Oh, Hank, if you pee a lot, it means you haven't eaten enough. That could be true. That might be true. All I had to eat today was, oh, here's a story. So I went to a restaurant with my friend Morgan today. Shout out to Morgan. That's the homie. And I had chicken wings as always. And they were cold in the middle. So I had to do something I never do. I had to like send them back. Like I never send food back. Like I'm the type, like if the food's wrong, I just won't eat it. I won't say anything. I'll just pay for it, you know. But today, like I was hungry, you know, and Morgan was over there, you know, her food looked great, you know. So like I sent it back, and the waitress was super, you know, she's like mortified. She said, "Oh, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. Do you want anything else?" So she bought me a sandwich. So I did have a sandwich and some fries. So I guess I did eat, but like that was at like 11. That's really all I've had to eat today. Oh, and that fruit. I ate that fruit. So yeah, maybe I need to eat more. It's a research. Well, it's definitely clear, so I guess I'm properly hydrated. But I haven't been doing much. Yeah, I just been sitting around. I literally, all I did once I got back from lunch was like research NFTs and you know cryptos. Like that's where I'm at these days. I'm telling you, I'm going to be on the cutting edge. I'm getting caught up now, but I'm going to be on the cutting edge, tip of the spear. Not going to be, you know, 10 years behind. Nope. Next social media platform that comes out this big, I'm going to know about it. TikTok won't be the big one forever. I'm going to know. Hey, I'm going to be rich. No problem. Day 3 of sobriety, nice. That's got to be, you know, after drinking a pint of vodka every day, I know that can't be easy, but you got this. Every day's a win. Already got 3 W's already. Let's go. Let us go. Chris, appreciate you saying that. I definitely don't think food is my enemy. And I could stand to gain a few pounds. Just being real. I could stand to gain a few pounds. Yeah. Nothing I do will ever make me fat. I have a hypermetabolism. I could sit and eat all day long, and I promise you I wouldn't get fat. No. Yeah. But thank you for the concern. But I could stand to eat a little more. Like I said, I go some days without eating. It'll be 1, 2 o'clock. I haven't eaten anything all day. That's not healthy. So yeah, I probably need to eat more. Yeah, I'm telling you, I got a hypermetabolism. It don't. But I mean, that's just see, there go. It's funny, you know, when you start getting into certain philosophies and teachings, and you start, you know, reading about the ego and who am I? You know, Alan Watts has a thing like, who are you? He has a audio recording. Who are you? And like I said earlier, I really believe that like this is just a body I was put in. This body's really not me. So it's just weird to me sometimes when I find myself saying like I have a hypermetabolism. It's like, no, this body I'm in has a hypermetabolism. I could stand some lose some weight to gain some weight. Like it's just the body I'm in. And that actually makes you too not care as much about your physical appearance when you realize it's not. That's just a vessel you've been put in. You know, if it makes me happy to gain a couple pounds, which you probably would, I don't mind doing it. But like a lot of things, like I'm like, why would I want to do that? It's just a body that I'm in for, you know, maybe another 20, 30 years. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, yeah, when you don't think all of this is life, I feel like gets a little easier. Chris says, water always seeks its level. The earth has no curvature. Okay, that sounds almost like some flat earth talk. Some flat earth talk. I don't know if that is or not. Either way, I'm good either way. Christopher said fiber is important. Okay. That's what the mangoes are for. I think do mangoes have fiber? Some kind of frozen fruit I got the other day said plenty, or was that the oats? Something said fiber. Something said fiber. It might have been the oats. Was it the oats? I think it was the oats. Yeah, so I think I got fiber. I think I got some fiber. I didn't eat the shake today, but I got oats from a shake. Odin missing the calories from the beer. Yeah, man. Eric Johnson, my first video, I'm not sure. People ask me this a lot. I'm not sure because I deleted all my North Dakota oil rig videos. So I don't remember whether those were first or if the comic book video that is my first video on my other channel was the actual first. I think I did them around the same time. I know I was in the same apartment back in Gainesville. I think I did them around the same time. But I'm not sure which was the first one. I don't really know what prompted me to get on YouTube. I wish there was something, but like, I just know me and my friends were some of the first people to bring like digital cameras to the club, and when we were partying, and I would upload little stuff to old what was some of them old video sites that weren't really nothing like YouTube. But I think I just got comfortable with like putting stuff out there, and then something prompted me to make a comic book video. If that was the first, I really don't know. I don't remember something being like, you should make videos. I think it was really just, I'm gonna make a video, put it up, and there was no idea of like continuity. There was no idea of like it continuing. Definitely not like 10 years. October it'll be 10 years from that one video. Decade on the tubes. So like no idea of that. And I just think the comic book ones, and even the North Dakota ones, people started commenting on them. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'll make more. And it just kept going, Shell, I'm currently not working. I'm trying to make it on my YouTube income. I'm not working a real job. I'll say I'm doing Instacart, and there is this temp agency app that I'll do some shifts on every now and then. But don't have a real 9 to 5, have to go in, every day type thing. And I'm hoping to never have one again, hopefully. Light Free, I've never seen a sobriety app. I hear about them, but I've never seen one. So I couldn't comment. I've never seen one. Hey, Shell, I appreciate that. So the glasses look great. Clean shave. Yeah, I think I'm going to start going. This probably will be about as unshaven as I get moving forward for a while. I think I want to go clean shaven for a little bit, or cleaner shaven for a little bit. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah, oatmeal cream pie, 10 years, 3 channels, We've been putting in some work, We've been putting some work, man. But the benefits I've gotten from YouTube, I can't imagine my life without YouTube, which is interesting. It's just a social media platform. But I literally don't know what I would do, what I would be doing if I didn't have YouTube. Like, what do regular people do? I'd probably if there wasn't no YouTube, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd probably be sitting on YouTube watching videos. So yeah. Wale, I've thought about that. I want to kind of hone. Here's the thing about podcasts. The fact that I talk about so many different things has kept me from kind of like zeroing in on one like niche. And podcasts need you, as is like anything you'd be on, need you to like have something for them to say you are. You know what I mean? Like if I was to write the book, when I write the book, people can say, oh, Timothy Ward, he wrote the book, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the book's about, I'm that. If I was to like totally want to be the sober guy, I could be on sobriety, which I've been on, one of those. But I have to narrow down and kind of niche down a little bit, I think. And then I can, be more likely to get on more podcasts. And even if I could get on some podcasts now, since I talk about so many different things, some of the people might come over and be like, oh, this isn't a total sobriety channel. I don't know. So I do, when the channel comes together more, I might start doing and I want to get my content up. Like the day will come when I do start doing a lot more promoting, putting myself out there. Probably a lot more like paid advertising. All the stuff now is organic. Like the day will come when I start doing more of that. But like I want to have the channel tweaked a little more, But definitely in my thoughts. Eric, hey, you just upload video, turn the camera on, talk, upload it, let's go. A lot of YouTube is learning as you go along, as are a lot of things in life. But a lot of things are, YouTube especially. The hard part of YouTube, I feel like, is the making the videos. If you can make the videos and post them, you'll figure the rest out. But the hard part of YouTube is making the videos. And a lot of times people hold off from making the videos because they're like, oh, I don't know what to do with the rest. But like, you'll figure that stuff out. That's easy. There's like 5-year-olds with YouTube channel. That part's easy. It's the turning the camera on and making a video consistently. That's the hard part. The rest of the stuff is pretty easy. Like, you'll figure it out. Why do I want to do my own podcast? I just think it's you want to put your content out in every way possible because Gary Vee always says you don't want there to be any type of friction when people come to consume your content. So some people might not like live streams or regular videos. They want strictly audio. You want to have some strictly audio stuff. That's kind of why I do the Tim Talks. Some people want strictly audio. Not to mention with a podcast, I can, put it on the podcast networks or whatever. And more people can find it. So I got to stop thinking so YouTube, and I need to start thinking more like, that's why I need to get the website going to, which I've already done the domain name for that. We're already working on that. But because I got to stop thinking so YouTube centric and be thinking like, how do you bring more people to the movement? And podcast is a good way to do that, I think. Shell, I actually live 2 hours from Yellowstone. So anytime I get to missing it, I can go down there. And honestly, there's so much scenery around me right now. The drive to Yellowstone is super scenic. You can pretty much stop anywhere along the way, and beautiful views. Like I can see the mountains right outside my window, so I don't miss them. If I was living in like a regular city, yeah, but since I'm still kind of in the middle, every time I go up to Big Sky, it's super scenic. So I don't miss the national parks as much as I would if I was in a regular city, because I'm still, like I said, Yellowstone's 2 hours down the road, so I can just get up in the morning and hop in the car, be there. So I don't miss it because I'm still in the scenery. I will say I miss sometimes, like, it's one of the cool things about seasonal work is just being surrounded by so many cool people. You eat with them, you work with them, you hang out with them, you live with them. Sometimes I miss that camaraderie. I do miss that sometimes. I probably won't. Sometime down the line, maybe I might do another seasonal job. It'd probably be a while. Or it'd be something like they were really, really hurting for people. I come for like a month to help out. But as far as like going and working a seasonal job, 3-4 months anytime soon, I don't think so. Just because I know I need to, like, I think it's time to move on. And I think it's great in life to move on while you still like what you're moving on from. I think it's time to move on. I think the universe has shown me, like, I think seasonal work was put into my life to get me to this next phase. Life has blessed me with opportunities like YouTube and other stuff. I think it's time for me to, like, spend some time figuring it all out. But yeah, I could see, 3 or 4 years down the line doing another seasonal job, maybe. Geez, I can do radio. I think podcasts are the new radio. Like, I almost feel like doing radio would be a step back. Like, radio, you got a limited audience. Only people that can pick up that radio station. Podcast, it's unlimited potential. So, would it be cool if the local radio station wanted me to come down there and talk? Cool, sit in but like, I honestly feel like, yeah, podcasts are the new radio. Like, the internet's a new TV. Who wants a TV show anymore? get popping on the nets, you know, become an influencer of note. Like, you know, so yeah. That's the way I kind of look at it. Like, I think the world has changed, you know, or it's changing. That's why I said I'm gonna start being on the cutting edge. I'm gonna start being on the cutting edge, tip of the spear. What movie is that from? Bridge over Nijmegen or Bridge Too Far? One of those World War II movies. He's always like, tip of the spear. I've seen so many. Tip of the spear. He's like, why are we always the tip of the spear? Why are we always going into battle? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have thoroughly enjoyed this live stream. Had a great time. I think we did some good work here, folks. We can all pat ourselves on the back. I think we fought the good sobriety fight. You know what I mean? For about 3 hours and 41 minutes. Super happy with the stream. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the positivity. I appreciate everybody sharing the sobriety stories. You know, I appreciate everybody, everybody who was a part of the community and wasn't somebody I had to block or put in timeout, or even the people in timeout. I appreciate y'all. You know, I appreciate my lurkers. Special shout out to the Super Chat Squad, the International Super Chat Squad. Special shout out to y'all. I appreciate that. Yeah, this was what, you know, we do a lot of fun streams, and sorry, Urban Lady, you just got here. Sorry. You know, we do a lot of fun streams, but you know, the ones where we talk about something real, and you know, you get that real life effect on people's lives, you know, mean a lot to me. So thank y'all so much. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Enjoy your weekend. I said I wasn't gonna say weekends no more. Enjoy your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Enjoy your life. Okay. I love each and every one of y'all. I mean that from like right here. Both ventricles, right and left ventricle. Y'all be good. Stay blessed. Stay grateful. Talk to y'all later.